3 weeks ago.
Yeah, every day there's like a different one. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Yeah.
Ridge cigarettes. This generation ain't smoking. And they take their instead of a smoke break, the new generation of workers are taking a zero sugar Coca-Cola break. Called Ridge cigarettes.
Drove all the way to Deadwood, South Dakota to get a case.
3, 2, 1.
Boom! Welcome to the Big Honker Podcast. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world famous Andy Shaver.
So Peach Red Bulls are gone.
Peach Red Bulls are gone till January.
Oh, they're coming back?
I got an update the other day. Kelly
That's going to be like the fucking McRib. They're going to take them off and then they're back.
Keep that addiction to you, the cocaine.
Yeah.
You know, hell, we're going to
Just
take
tease 'em.
cocaine off the market for a little bit, make you eat crackers off your shoulders for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those deals. Just, that's going away. And then everybody buys them up. And then, no, they're back. And then that's what's going to be.
Exactly.
Just a fucking yo-yo.
I looked for some of those for you when I was in Montana. I didn't see any Peach Red Bull.
Well, the only reason I had a guy named Wolfgang Carmichael. His name's really not Wolfgang, but he called me and said, "Hey, I found you some Peach Red Bull. There's 9 cases up here at what the hell is that name? Something Wood, Whitewood, South Dakota." Said, "I'm on my way." And I called Kelly. I said, "Hey, we gotta go to Deadwood, South Dakota." "Why?" "Oh, I just want to go up there. I never been to Deadwood."
Knock it off the bucket list.
I didn't want to tell her that we're driving all the way up there for a case of Red Bull. They had 9, but apparently what it is there's a guy that's a Clay Reid addict of the Peach Red Bull. So what he done, you can buy it out of Canada. And they were getting it shipped out of Canada there, and he had 9 cases, but he didn't show up. And then, then I guess he finally did show up. By the time I got up there was only 1 case. And I got it, and it was the greatest fucking thing ever. Yeah.
How many's in a case?
24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's the big. So like
And there's the little ones.
But I used to see it like they had like a 4-pack. So that's not the case.
That's what it is. Yeah.
But it's 6 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
6 of the 4-packs?
6 of them 4-packs. Yeah.
I have somebody coming from Canada that's driving. I know a guy there right now, and I'll text him in a minute and see if they got any Peach Red Bull.
Well, I got a guy coming to hunt with me in 2 weeks, and he's bringing me 4 cases from Canada.
Well, that's how many. That's what 96. You do 1 a day, or do you do more than 1 a day?
I just 1 a day. I
96.
start
You
more.
are 1 a day?
Yeah, that's all I want is 1. Well, I got a ration in motherfuckers. Yeah, if I had more than that a day, I'd have morning, noon, and night. But no, I just like when I go run in the morning. That's my Bloody Mary mix is 4 ibuprofen, a Peach Red Bull, and a Marlboro Light. Yeah, that's how I got to start my run like that. Yeah, that's
The Marble Light's the best one of it.
How far are you running?
Huh?
How far are you running?
I use about 2 miles in the morning.
That's your get up and go kit.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
already-
and then once I get started going good,
Yeah.
on Sundays your long day, and I'll run 10 miles.
Oh God.
So what you need to do is go to Wichita where all the runners are and light those cigarette up before you start running.
I go to Wichita, and that's where I do my biking around the Circle Trail.
Do you do a cigarette there before you start too?
Oh, absolutely.
Do them fuckers look at you
Oh,
like
yeah. Of course, when I'm up there ain't nobody around.
it's pretty early?
Oh, yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, I go over there and.
Where you riding from?
I go. You know where the Lake Wichita Park is, where the
Yes.
man-made mountain is.
Yes, JC Park. That is JC,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Fairway, yeah.
Yes.
Used
to be
it is-
JC
Yeah,
Park.
JC Park.
Yeah.
We know it is. But yeah, I'll leave there, and then I'll go. Depends on if I've got more into the sprint than the long distance. You know, I get more out of the sprint because I don't sweat a whole hell of a lot. If you actually believe that, I'm not a big sweater, so I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of it. That's like when I run. I got to where a lot of mornings I'll do sprints. Sprint 50 yards, walk 50 yards, sprint 50 yards, walk 50 yards.
And you get more out of that.
Yeah, because I work up a sweat.
Do they still have the roads around JC Park where the old baseball parks used to be?
I
They're
don't
probably
know.
all soccer shit now.
Yeah, it probably is. But they got that circle trail that goes all the way around Wichita. It's 28 miles. And I love it. It's got a good 10-foot path, concrete path, and you don't ever have to get on the highway. And so what I'll do is I'll go from Lake Wichita, and you can go all the way to Lucy Park. You go all the way, goes through the country club, by Weeks Park, by the flea market, all the way over there to Rosewood, Sputter Park, all the way through there and into Lucy Park, and then come back. Because if you get to, once you get to Lucy Park, which they're fixing to complete, there's a section over there that they don't, and it's only like 200 yard section, but it's a 200-yard section, and they don't have no signs. The first time I was coming through, thank God it was daylight, because I'm hustling down through along the river, goes along the river, and then it's like a goddamn Yosemite Sam cartoon. It's just a cliff. You know, it's just a straight cliff. No sign to say, hey, you're fixing to run into a cliff. And but they just got approved the other day to get that son of a gun finished. But now what I've been doing more is a 12-mile sprint. I'll go from there all the way to the flea market and then turn around and haul ass
So
back.
where are you starting off at Juicy Park, or are you starting off somewhere else?
At the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're starting off at JC Park.
Yeah, I
then.
started at JC
But are you going all the way to Lucy Park?
Yeah, no. Well, it depends on if I'm doing the long. If I do the long, I go all the way to Lucy Park, because then it's about like a 30-mile. I'll go there 15 miles there, 15 miles back. But I got more into the sprint. I just haul ass, go through there, all through there, and go through the. Because once you get past the flea market, there's a troll over there. I call him the trail troll. There's a homeless guy that's got a campground right next to the trail. One day I'm hauling ass through there, and my light on my bike, sometimes it'll vibrate down.
Right.
And I just happened to pick it up, thank God, because I'm hauling ass through there, and this troll, he puts stacks tires up on the trail to keep you from going. It's like
What?
Yeah, and it'll
he'll
wreck
fuck you
your
up.
ass. Yeah, and it's straight off.
I'm
into,
surprised nobody's gotten.
into the Holiday Creek is straight down. So I throw all them goddamn tires. I get off, and I've never seen the troll, but I throw them all down into the bottom of that creek, and then I'll go on my deal, and I come back, and I'll be goddamn, they'll be stacked back up there again.
What? So he's
You
trying
don't
to
want
fuck,
nobody coming down his area, goddamn.
trying to fuck somebody up.
Yeah. It fuck you up worse than polio. Because, like I say, it's about a 40-yard or 40-foot drop into the creek.
Find that in the middle of the night, or in the
Yeah.
middle of fucking before daylight comes. That'd be a lot of fun.
Well, everybody always gives me hell. I said, man, you go over there through East Side in the night. I said, dude, you
East
don't
Side
see-
ain't like it used to be.
Well, at 4 o'clock in the morning, everybody's coming down.
yeah,
They're all in
right.
bed. Yeah, but I don't ever. You can't imagine how much deer over there in Sputter Park. I think
Oh,
it's
I bet.
Sputter. Yeah, you go through there. I mean, I got to watch out for deer. I'll run over.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, 25 years ago, I'd have told you
yeah.
it's crazy.
Oh, yeah,
Nowadays,
it's-
I don't.
Now it's party time.
Me and Chuck was going to play golf at River Creek one time in a tournament. We went down Flood Street. I said, man, I ain't been down Flood Street in 30 years. I want to see what it's
There
like.
ain't nothing in
I was
Florida.
like, my first safer than my neighborhood I live in now.
Yeah,
apartments are nice. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
they bulldozed
Yeah.
all the old hood
All the-
rat belt.
yeah.
That's where the projects were. It's not projects anymore.
No, it was just the ghetto of Wichita Falls back
There
in
was
the day.
like a block full of these buildings, party bars, you know.
Yeah.
Ribs and beer. And
I mean, it was
nightlife.
just full party. They had hookers, whores, everything in the world.
There wasn't a white person within miles of this place.
And that's what, when I was 16 years old, I was working for Sproul Drilling. My driller and David Pace, this other guy, we were driving back from Vernon, right? Well, I was tired because we had worked like a double, you know, so we'd been 24 hours on. And, I go to sleep just from Vernon to Owl Park. Well, then I crashed because I'm out in the back seat of that goddamn truck. And then all of a sudden I wake up and it's dark. And I look out the goddamn window and there ain't nothing but black folk and party and everywhere. And I'm the only white guy. We're on Flood Street. And goddamn, my driller was in there doing a dope deal, getting him some shit over there. And they're partying. I go, and I'm scared to death. You know, little 15, 16-year-old kid. I go, where am I at? And I go, so I sneak back down. I don't want even nobody to see me in this truck. And then I wait there like an hour or two, and I was like, I got to go find these guys. And then I see David come out, and he took a leak out the front door of this bar. So I go in there to get him. And then when I walk in there, my goddamn driller, I won't mention his name, he's like, Yeah, fuck you, motherfuckers. I said, okay, we're going back to the pickup.
Back
We're
out
going
here.
back.
There was bad. There was a lot. It was a shooting or a murder night. My dad, when he was a fireman, that's the first place he was at.
Was Flood Street?
Was on Flood Street, number 2.
Oh.
And he said they had fires. He said they'd have prostitutes coming up there getting beat up. People get shot. I mean, it was a rough place. They had a fire every night. That's it. We had a structure fire there every single night. But back then people for warmth, they had cardboard stuck in their walls, trying to as insulation and newspaper, and they were running the gas stove to.
They had 55-gallon drums on every corner with a fire in it.
Yeah.
Standing around like fucking
swing low, swing chair. Yeah, everybody
Gotham
singing out
City.
there. I was like,
fucking burning barrels.
oh
It
yeah.
was
So what
that-
they do? They gentrified it or what?
No, they about in the late 80s they started. Every time someone get busted for drugs or selling drugs, if you got caught 2 or 3 times with someone selling drugs in your steps, they go bulldoze it.
Oh,
So they take over whole buildings and they would just bulldoze them, and eventually they ran every one of them businesses out
All
of
the
business.
Yeah,
places.
it's
Ran out of
all
places to
cleared
go.
off.
But the sad thing is back in the
The sad
50s,
thing is they ain't got any more hookers or whores out there anymore.
in the 50s and 60s, that was the black community. They had their own community. They had a banker.
Yeah.
They had banks. They had barber shops. They had everything. They also had a lot of slummy areas too. But those communities had their own stuff. Well, they eventually pushed all them out, and there's no black community over there no more. But I mean, it was actually, when you went on the other side of the tracks on east side in Wichita Falls, it was a whole different
There's a whole
town.
different world.
It was. They had their own mayor and everything. I mean, they had their own. Yeah, they had their own. Yeah, they had their black civic leaders. Now they weren't making any business decisions for the city of Wichita, but they were the
like an
community.
elder, somebody that you could go and
Basically,
talk to.
but they had their own little group of people. But you know what's shitty is guess where the sewers at and the dump was in Wichita Falls?
probably over there.
On the east side. So it smelt like shit.
Remember the old Imperial Inn?
Yes.
When I was homeless down there, you remember Toodles Bar? Well, I go
Yes.
down there and Toodles was,
Mark Hare listens to
yeah,
this.
we would he let me sweep, clean up, for a little extra money, homeless kid. I had a buddy of mine, Marvin, he was homeless with me, and he's my age, and we grew up at Iowa Park, and we made us enough money to where we could get us a room at the the Imperial.
The Hilton.
Well, the Imperial is where all the hookers was. You got a hooker, you went into the room. It cost you like $8 for a room, and and it was overpriced. So me and Marvin got us enough money that we could go get us a room.
Yeah.
And they had steak and egg, which everybody called steak and leg.
Yep.
Right.
And we go in there and we had enough money for a room and one breakfast. So Marvin got an egg, I got an egg. He got a sausage, I got a sausage. Boy, and we thought we was cutting a fat hog in the ass. We come out there, walking had an old toothpick, and I said, man, we ain't never going to see another poor day. And there was this old black hooker standing there on the corner and says, hey, baby, you want a date? Nah, we ain't got no more money. You ain't got no date neither. Yeah, the good old days.
But
you ain't got no date either.
like around 1981, 82 is when the oil boom was still rolling, right? And I was probably 12 or 13 years old, and I had a job, and I worked at Oak Farms, and I was a swamper on our milk route. And I would go, and we'd go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, Oak Farms back in the day, their distribution center was right like 2 blocks from Steak and Leg. I'm telling you, at 4 o'clock in the morning back during the oil boom, them hookers were still out.
Oh, you got
And
that right. They never went up. They never slept. Yeah, and then they had all the Theater X's down there. I remember the first, I didn't know what a Theater X was, but I kind of had a pretty good idea.
Right.
Well, a bunch of the older guys, high school boys from Iowa Park, went down there, and I was like 15. I was too young to go in. You had to be 18 to get in. I'm sitting out there one day out front while they went in and got some porno movies, and all of a sudden this little short, bald-headed guy comes out there, and he got his little glasses on. He goes, how are you doing? I said, I'm pretty good. He goes, boy, it's nice weather we're having. I said, yeah, we could sure use the rain. And he goes, you want to make it quick $10? And I said, $10 back then was a lot of goddamn money. I said, hell
That's a
yeah.
limit.
He goes, hell yeah. He goes, how do I do that? And he goes, let me suck your cock. And I went, put him to sleep. I was like, motherfucker. And then my buddies come out. What happened to him? That motherfucker gonna pay me $10 to leave something my dick. I said, fuck that shit. Then I thought about, boy, I could use that. It ain't gay if you're sucking out.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Now that I look at the
$10 is $10.
looking at the calendar, I'm overdue for a blowjob. $10 to get me a room at the Imperial and a
Damn
breakfast.
right, goddamn it.
Missed out. You know, every blowjob you turn down is a blowjob you don't get.
That's right. That's what I always said about pussy. Yeah, that worst I ever had was excellent. Yeah. And I've had some worse. Yeah.
What's the worst you ever had?
I can't even tell you that girl's name. I know her name, but I'm not going to tell because even her name was ugly. That bitch was so ugly that Lance come in. My brother Lance come in. You know, he's a pretty boy. You know, in school, that everything. And I had that bitch, and I was fucking her in that, from behind it, right in the ass. She may have been ugly, but that motherfucker had an asshole that was fucking tighter than shit. I poured a cold to that son of a bitch, and she was so ugly. Lance is trying to grab her by the hair and get her. We are not having no ugly bitches in my house. I said, oh yeah, we are. For the next 10 minutes, we are. Goddamn it. Or Becky. Becky, and I will not remember her last name, but my brother will tell it all the time. Yeah, I remember that motherfucker in my goddamn motherfucking house.
You ever bump into any of these old girlfriends?
Yeah, and they're all fat.
They're all fat.
You know, even all the good-looking girls, you know, back in the day, you're like, man, I want to put that old girlfriend. And then you see them, God damn.
Yeah.
Make me feel good.
Dad used to always say there wasn't nothing uglier than a woman your own age.
Yeah, that ain't no shit. And then some of them stayed beautiful, but those are a rare occasion. Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of them, some bitches, old, fat, ugly.
It's easy now to be skinny. All you gotta do is get on Ozempic. So that's what these old
yeah, but you go blind. That's what makes you look so good because you go blind. You see that deal?
I got a buddy of mine that did
1,800 lawsuits against Ozempic right now for causing
one of my friends lost eye in one of his eyes, and lucky he didn't in the other one.
Yeah,
went to the doctor, woke up one morning and it was kind of blurry, and called his optometrist and couldn't get him. Oh, we're kind of busy for 2 days. He said, I need to go in. And, you know, he told him what's going on. Oh, it'll be okay, blah, 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 blah. Day 3, motherfucker can't see, never will see again in one eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said the hardest thing right now, or back when he first lost it, was eating. Because his depth perception was off. So, fucking stick a fork in your face and shit like that. But that was the hardest part. Driving wasn't bad, but just spooning something into your mouth was.
I just don't want to be blind. Yeah.
No, deaf wouldn't be so bad. Blind would be. I mean, I don't want to be none, but
exactly.
If I had to choose, I'd much rather be deaf.
Yeah.
I mean, no more ass chewings from your wife?
That's what I was just fixing to say. Hell, I wouldn't have to live with my wife. But I also wouldn't be able to hear her say, hey, you want to fuck? Yeah, I will fuck you now. We going to go play pussy. Yeah.
So what's you're up for an Ironman or a triathlon?
Ironman triathlon.
So that's running, biking, and swimming. Are you doing any swimming in preparation for this?
Absolutely. Well, I hadn't started. Now, I swim like a fucking fish.
Oh, you do?
I grew up in the ditches over at Iowa Park, man. And the reason I swim so good, because back when we were young over there, we played underwater tag, right? Mm-hmm. And you hold your breath when you come up, you can tag it, right? Well, we had a guy named Calvin Sampley over there at Owl Park, and he's a mean motherfucker. And if he tagged you, he drowned you. So you learn to swim good, and you come up and you go, where the fuck's Calvin? I know that motherfucker's around here somewhere. Matter of fact, one time, one of the grossest shit ever, because they got them checks in that irrigation ditch and holds the water back, and it goes over and me and old Stanley Brett, we're hiding. You know, the weeds are growed up on the side. We're hiding up in that bush. Where's Calvin? Where's Calvin? I know that motherfucker's around here somewhere. And then all of a sudden, so we're on the edge. All of a sudden, something bumped into Stanley, and Stanley freaks out and goes to kick away from it. When he kicks away from it, well, it's an old black cow that is all bloated up.
Oh, God.
And when he kicks in that son of a bitch, he kicks, his leg goes into that fucking deal, and maggots just rose the deal. And the ditch was evacuated for a little while until we could get that black cow out of that son of a nasty.
You know, I'll tell you what, a game that we used to play, you could tell we was poor and didn't have cell phones because we made games. Even when I was in high school, we had a guy that ran Southeast Boys Club. And we would go there at nighttime and we would play commando tag.
Oh, yeah.
And they would turn the lights out. You couldn't see your fucking hand. You're running around that motherfucker. There's bleachers and shit. I'm telling you, there's a lot of broke arms and shit in there, but boy, sure was freaking fun.
It's amazing what poor boys will do for fun.
Oh, yeah.
I was just telling a guy this morning, we used to have a game in Holiday. And hell, we're like 19-year-old kids doing this. And we had a 6-block area. Couldn't go past. Your boundary was Oak Bodark and Main Street. You know, you had to play, and we all had bikes, 10-speed. And we took a softball, and we put duct tape around that some bitch, made it bigger, and that was what you threw, and you tagged them, and you were it. You hit them with that tag. You chased them all over them blocks. I remember one time old Kenny Jones was after my ass, and I'm on this goddamn bike going, I'm a 10-speed, and I'm hauling ass. Well, he's gaining on me, so I cut across the goddamn yard, and one of them clotheslines, hit me right in the fucking throat. And I mean, just damn near decapitated my ass, jerked my ass off, and then insult to injury, here comes fucking Kenny. What? Right? Okay, I'm in. Goddamn, leave me alone. Goddamn. Yeah, well, when 82 used to go through the middle of the holiday, we used to have bike races in the middle of the night, right in the middle of 82 in front of Allsup's and RT. Run up, time, truck, here comes the highway. That's called time to bike race at the end, yeah. Fucking stupid shit we did all the time. But no, the triathlon, yeah, you got to.
So you're not worried about the swimming part?
No, swim part. But you got.
Somebody drowned in one of these last year, I saw.
Hell, 6 of them drowned at Gulfport, Mississippi one day.
One day?
Yeah, because they, with the wave, because they did it into the ocean. All right, you go out to the ocean, come
deal
back.
with sharks.
Well, there's 8-foot waves. And they're supposed to, man, they got a lot of lawsuits against this because once the waves get so high, they're supposed to, cancel it. And they didn't. Well, you got 10,000 people in the water at one time. I don't give a shit how many lifeguards, they got millions of people patrolling, but you can't keep a track with all of them. I think 6 of them drowned. And then they had one at Waco last week, and a guy, he died coming out of the water. He had a heart attack and died in that. But, yeah, they're usually some fat ass like me will freaking die. Yeah.
I mean, 10,000 people, fucking people going to swim right over the top of you.
They say it'll beat you plumb to death. And that's what my greatest fear right now is, just the protocol with all the transitions and all that. So I got a lot of videos and a lot of groups trying to get it all figured out. But it'll be cool. Like, I'm doing a half Ironman in Ruidoso, which is, you got to swim like a mile and a half. You got to bike 50-something miles and then 13-mile run at the end. But I'll wind up doing a full because
Ironman.
You get to do the full. The cool thing to do is get that Ironman tattoo. Well, a lot of them bitches get it when they do the half. I said, you don't want to earn that fucking badge.
Right.
You can't get that badge.
Right.
So, but if I do a full, which is 112 miles total,
because it's what's the full? What's the parameters for the full?
26,
2.1, 112 mile ride,
112.
and then 26.2 mile run.
Right.
Yeah, which I'll do that. But I figure, and the first one I was entered was the Alaska deal. And I was like, fuck, if you're going to do it, you got to do it. But, you got to find the ones you want to do, and they're hard. But that one, Ruidoso, is going to be the first one they ever had. It's not going to be easy one because, all the run and all the
elevation.
Up and down. But the swim part won't be that bad. But I was entered the Salem one, which was going to be cherry because you swam in the river with the current.
In Salem, Oregon, or Salem?
Salem, Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got that big river go down it, and it was pretty much flat. It would have been the best one, but that's when I ripped my shoulder up, jacked my shoulder up, and kind of got it about healed up. But really, I let that motherfucking shoulder become a crutch. I pushed out, and that pissed me off. I've been pissed off ever since, which it did hurt, and it would have. But hell, I could have fucking dog paddled. I could have made a bend. I let it become a crutch, and that's what a lot of people. Like age, I ain't doing that. I'm old and fat. Well, that's what drives me more because 0.03% of the world's population ever completed an Ironman triathlon. Because you got to beat that sweeper truck. They got a truck, sweeper truck. Yeah, you got a certain time limit. You got to finish each deal. If you ain't keeping up to speed, they just jerk you off the fucking deal. And you'll see them fucking Ironman deal. Here comes that sweeper truck. Them fat people will be grabbing that for another year. We gotta go. You can finish it, but it's not official.
Right.
Yeah, you don't get your cool ass
Ironman
tattoo.
Me and Hutch, you've said two things that made me think things. First of all, me and Hutch talked about you yesterday, Coach Hutch, and we were talking about, you said that you'd go play football today. You'd go play in a tackle.
I'm fixing to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, you know what? I said, because you're getting close to 60.
Yeah.
I said, there ain't very many 60-year-old men going to go play tackle football. And I said, honestly, Clay will hold his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know any other 60-year-old men that you know? That
Motherfucker,
would?
I had 88 yards rushing and a touchdown in the last one.
I know
And
that's
played quarterback.
That's what we talked about that. And then when you said you earned it, do you remember Steve Dotson? You never played softball with Steve or golf?
I may have. I can't remember.
Him and Donnie
my name.
Hammonds hung out together.
Yeah.
Anyways, good friends of mine. Anyways, that earned it shit. We were in New Mexico, and Steve and Donnie had been to the NFR in Vegas, and he had one of them jackets that all the participants got to wear these jackets. We was at this bar. We was at the Pioneer, whatever it is, in Red River, and old Dot's got that old jacket on. He bought it, and he's there, and some lady come up to him, and it was a roping. It was for roping, and she's like, "Oh, did you ride in that NFR?" He goes, "Oh, ma'am, I don't like to brag." And she goes, "Well, I see that jacket right there." She goes, "My boyfriend has one just like that." He said, "Yeah, but did he earn his? Because I earned mine." Some of them guys, they just buy that shit. and she's like, "Yeah, my husband is so and so. He was a professional steer wrestler." And I was like, "Yeah, Dot. I hope that some bitch comes in here. And you tell her that shit."
Yeah.
He did. I earned mine. Some of them people just buy them off the shelf.
Well, you earned them motherfucking football deal. I can say, they're trying to get another one up right now, all the younger boys. And I said, "You get it. I'm in. I'm playing like the last one. I never come off the fucking field. We only had like 17 people and lost the superstar on the first play of the game. And so Mr. All-State, he opened the kick. Boom! He's done. He's like, fuck this. I'm on the sideline."
So what are y'all gonna? Is it Archer City that's doing it?
Yeah, Archer City will play like Windthorst or somebody or wherever, whoever wants to play us.
I can't believe in both of those towns they can't get it, but probably a lot of people have moved away, haven't they?
Well, the trick is you can go through the Alumni Association, which they go all over to America and they put on these deals. We did it the first year, and their fucking pads are fucking terrible. I mean, you got them air pump up, with the air deal. None of them would pump up. So we're playing with fucking helmets that are just plastic shells. And you had to be somewhat fucking tough, except for buddy of mine named Trad Shepard. He's a ball playing motherfucker.
What's his name?
Trad Shepard.
He's the one that worked with Tony at Burke Royalty.
Oh, no
when
shit.
he was in high school.
Trad.
Because it has to be no other than the kid named Trad.
Yeah, Trad. Well, Trad, when he was in high school, he was a stud, but he didn't, he was a high school kid, he wasn't. Well, now he's big old 12 sandwich, buffed up, he fucking, looked like a Greek god, big giant motherfucker, still ball playing somebody. Well, he's going to wear his helmet that he had in high school. I'm pretty sure that Trad had to jump off of his house and dive into that fucking helmet. Because his fucking face, his goddamn nose was touching the goddamn face mask of that something. And I mean, he fucking terrorized fucking people. He was badass. And then the next year, so he bought his own helmet. He bought him a fucking high dollar shit, badass, the best helmet you could play. He was hitting so fucking hard in that goddamn deal. He crushed his fucking face mask in the side of that deal, so he couldn't take his helmet off until the game was over. He'd never get it back on. He didn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We play. And when he took that son bitch off, he looked like the fucking Elephant Man. His whole fucking head was all swole up. It started glowing, swelling out of it. And I was like, "Atta boy, that's my man." But yeah, here's the funny thing. A few years ago, I had these boys call me, old Charlie Weekly and Cooper Twyford. They're fucking bad little football playing motherfucker. And they call me and say, "Hey, Coach, we're going to play football up here on the high school Sunday, I said, "You want to play?" I said, "I'll be here in 5 minutes." So I jumped off the couch and I hauled ass down there and they go, "We're going to play touch or two below?" I said, "You motherfuckers got me off the couch and play fucking two below?" And he goes, "Well, how else we gonna play fucking tackle, man?" And he goes, "All right." So we put fucking 2 hours blood. I mean, fucking just killed each other. And anyway, I said, "Boy, when it was over, we're all bleeding, And I said, "All right, man, I'll see you motherfuckers next Sunday." Next Sunday, I'm sitting out there at the playground. Where's my at? So I called old Charlie and I said, "Hey, where's everybody at?" He said, "Fuck you, man. I still can't walk from halfway." Fuck no, I said, "You fucking pussy, goddamn it." But that Charlie, I'll tell you, you talk one of the great football stories. We played Roscoe that one year that they were, I guess that was 08 or 10 or whatever. But Roscoe was a 35-point favorite to beat Archer City that year. And they're going to kill us. They returned every starter, had 2 twin giants at receiver, superstar quarterback. They were everything. and everybody's laughing that we're going to get our ass kicked. Well, they didn't know we had fucking Charlie and Cooper. Now, Cooper is one of them motherfuckers that he don't know his left from his right, but he knows how to play kill the man with the ball.
Yeah.
And no matter where he had a nose for the ball, where the ball was, he couldn't read a key. It was useless to try to fucking get him to read a key. But he would kill it. You just turn him loose, say kill him. And then Charlie played on that fucking line. Well, Charlie broke his fucking hand in the first quarter. And he didn't just break it a little bit. He broke it all the way across here. So his fingers are hit the whole top of his hands just flopping. Mm-hmm. So he goes over to Justin Baker, the touchdown maker, and said, Baker, give me that glove. Baker had them, them lineman gloves with the pad.
Yeah.
And he put that so much, of course, they're telling him, no, you're done. He says, no, I ain't fucking done. He wraps that goddamn hand up and he sacks him like 8 fucking times. And Cooper and fucking Charlie single-handedly kicked their ass on defense. We wound up beating them by 28 points. Yeah.
Shit.
And one of the great, it played at Cisco. It was awesome.
So those guys, though, they bailed on you after one weekend.
Oh yeah. We ain't seen nobody out there on the football field since.
So now they're getting up another game, alumni game?
Yeah, they're getting another alumni game because we've been wanting to do it. And I told them, I said, hey, you motherfuckers get me because the last time we played Electra, we kicked their ass, but we were pretty evenly numbered as far as numbers. And then the second game, the next year we played it, I think I was 50 years old. And, they had 45 guys, and every one of them, fucking 20, 25 years old. Mm-hmm. And they beat us like a redheaded stepchild. But it was funny. Josh Castles,
yes.
Coaches over there. Old Josh, he's going to play that year. And he goes, I'm going to play quarterback. I'll play fucking offensive tackle. I don't give a shit. So I go over there and play right tackle. And, he said, we're going to run the spread. I said, Josh, you can't run the fucking spread. We ain't even had a practice. Nobody know what the plays are and all this. I said, you got to dumb it down, And he goes, I think we can do it. I think, right, fine, I'll play off right tackle. Well, I'll play right tackle. Well, our left tackle is a fucking guy that ain't never played football before in his life. He's about that fucking tall and about that fucking wide, and he ain't touched nobody yet. I don't even think he can touch himself because he's already got the T-Rex arm. And so they beat fucking Josh plumb to death in that blind side. Wound up breaking the ribs on his deal, and he goes, you're going to have to go to quarterback. I said, we ain't running the fucking spread. We're going 28 sweep on the Yeah. But it's the greatest fucking fun and that year was funny. We go over there and we're getting our ass kicked. And, we're at our 1 yard line. We got it's like the last play of the game. It is the last play of the game. Got time for one play. Timeout. I called timeout. They said, the fuck are you calling timeout for? I said, we're going to try trick play. so I get up there. Well, we had switched centers, right? Well, at Hickerson, I like to receive the ball as quarterback like this, right? Well, and that's the way Hickerson would do it. Well, Brady Cox had come in there. Well, Brady snaps the ball like quarterback coming like this. So I've got my hands like that. So I get under center. We're going to try the old hook and ladder, right? And so I go, well, fucking Brady snaps that ball up there. Well, it fucking jams my fucking fingers. Like, oh, fuck. I fumble the ball, roll out to my left, get the ball to roll out to the left, and I'm going to hit Cole Seitz on a slant, and then he's going to flip it over to so-and-so. And, this all happened pretty goddamn fast. And I didn't see the old middle linebacker step across. He running. So I was 1 for 1 for a touchdown. I didn't have to say it was for the other guy. But what was funny is before the game, we made us some trash can punch. We had Everclear and Hawaiian punch, had it all mixed up in the cooler. And so after the game, we was going to get fucked up. Well, we had it sitting over at the sideline. At halftime, the referee comes over there to get him a drink Gatorade. You mind if I have a drink? I said, yeah, get after it. And I don't even think about it. Well, then all of a sudden, he's a Winthorst guy, and he goes over and he grabs him a drink, and he drinks. Woo! That's some damn good Gatorade right there. And then we got to think about it. Fuck, we're getting our ass kicked. If we're going to do it, we might as well enjoy it. So the whole second half, we're getting drunk. We're drinking out of the good Gatorade. Yeah, but we had a fucking blast. That first year, now I understand, we went through 4 or 5 guys at quarterback, that in practice, and who said, hell, coach, You quarterback, you throw and run as good as anybody. And I said, no, DJ goes, hell yeah, that's like having a 260-pound pulling guard for me, I said, hell yeah. So, because we was running a wishbone. And I said, hell yeah. So we go through there and we run a few plays and da-da-da, which, DJ, I don't like telling this part. I called when we did the first series. I said, hey, we're going to go 3 plays scripted. We're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Well, fuck, I'll be goddamn. The first fucking play, I go the wrong way. I called a 45 lead. 45 lead. Well, I went to hand the ball off 26 lead. And so I go this way. Ain't nobody there. And oh, fuck. And I see DJ out there. Well, that Ian's coming up there, and I pitch it to him. I pitch it to old DJ, and it was high. That motherfucking defensive end, old DJ. Hey, motherfucker, you need to get your place there. I thought, my bad. And but a little bit later, we go through there, and I had another buddy of mine, a big old giant summer. We pulled a fullback lead, and I'm going to hit him on the seam pass. It's wide open for a touchdown. That fucking safety bid on that fucking fake, and I dump it over there, and my buddy goes, he drops it. I say, yeah, that's all right, buddy. We'll come to it a little bit later. A little bit later, I run a 47 sweep pass. So I roll out around there, and my Jared Caldwell, I don't mind calling his name because he's a Sooner fan. And so he runs a 10-yard out. And I run out there, and I throw it right to him, and it goes right between his hands, hits that motherfucker right in the face. And I said, all right, that's okay. We'll come back to it.
You're pretty open-minded with these guys for fucking up.
Yeah, well, a little bit later, we go back to the seam pass. And then I go up, and it's wide open again. Well, it's like my buddy had stepped on a cactus right before the ball got to him. His knees buckled, and the fucking ball down. And they got back to the house and said, listen here, one of you motherfuckers got to catch a goddamn ball. Y'all starve a fucking quarterback, plumb the fucking net. And then we got down there. I led them on a 99-yard drive. We got the ball at the half-inch line, and we fucking drive it all the way down there. Bam, 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 smash mouth football. We get to the 1-yard line, and Lecter had a fucking badass safety that just graduated from North Texas, All-American linebacker. And he's a bad cat, but he's playing safety. And, I called 31 dive, right? So I go to pull it, and Gary Harlan, he's fullback, he got it. I thought he scored, but Matt McLemore was the referee. He calls him down at the 1-inch line. I said, bullshit. I said, hey, let's run that motherfucker again. You was in, goddamn Gary. So I come up to the line of scrimmage, and I could see old fucking Monroe was that boy's name, and he had snuck up into the hole. And I said, too bad, so bad. And I stepped over in the 2-hole, and old Big Daddy got the score touchdown. Old Gary's over, hey, motherfucker. I said, if I'd done that, Monroe would have fucking hacked your ass.
He'd have decleated
Before the game, I told him, I said, listen here, boys. I said, now, Hickerson, I said, if I come up to the fucking line of scrimmage, no matter what play I've called, if they don't have a nose guard, it's going to go silent count. When I touch your ass, you hand me the ball, and we're going quarterback sneak. That's guaranteed 5 yards. First time I got it, 12 yards through their door. And a little bit later, another 7 yards, and it kept getting shorter. Boy, about that third quarter, old Monroe had that shit fucking figured out, and I'm fighting for yards, and rah, one of the quarter. And that sumbitch come up there and put the crown of his fucking helmet on my fucking face, and I mean, hit me backwards. Didn't think nothing of it at the time, but after the game, we're all over there, and we're drinking beer, having fun, and I go, God damn, my fucking neck hurt. He goes, well, yeah, Monroe hit. Oh, yeah, okay. It come back to me. I remember it now.
That kid was a badass football player, too.
Oh, yeah. Old Brandon Monroe.
Yeah. That's what's bad about that deal is you're going to be playing with 25-year-old kids. Some of them just got down and playing college ball.
That's what we played then. Yeah,
and they want to take out the old guy.
Winthor's had a whole bunch of. But the funny part is when we played Winthor's, after I was playing offensive tackle, the first guy to come up there, he was an older guy. He was probably 30-something, you know. He was way younger than me, but he wasn't one of the young guys. Boy, and he's all pissed and bitter. And they snapped that ball. As soon as they snapped that ball, I hit him and headbutted him right in the fucking face. Wham! Boy, God damn. Some bitch went backwards. And, boy, the next time they snapped that ball, wham! I headbutt that son bitch again. And he went out. Well, then they brought in a young guy named Jose. And old Jose come up there, and I give him the same fucking recipe. God damn. And Did it twice, and on that third time, old Jose gets down there and he's get down in his stance. He goes, "Hey, how about we just take a play off?" Sounds good to me, motherfucker. So for the whole rest of the game, me and old Jose was like, I told Josh that, he goes, "Motherfucker, they was killing us." Not my guy.
My guy.
I got to pay a case of beer to Jose, but I can save my energy for defense. And on fucking defense, what was bad, if them motherfuckers couldn't stop me on goddamn defense, I played defensive tackle, boy, and I'd shoot a gap. Fast motherfucker. But I could never figure out where the fuck Brent Hoff was coming from. Brent was the older guy, a little bit younger than me, but he's still in good shape. And that motherfucker kept cut blocking me from out of nowhere. And it was so good that it would put me on my fucking face. Wow. And there wasn't supposed to be no hitting below the belt. You know, we didn't want to care.
Yeah.
I said, "Goddamn, Brent, you can't hit below the fucking belt." He goes, "Tell it to the ref." Who's for fucking Winthorpe?
Right.
Laugh.
Yeah.
So about 5 recipes there, I ain't worried about the ball carrier. I'm going to win it. Motherfucking Brent off that. And on kickoff, same deal on kickoff. We're on kickoff, and I'm on the outside guy out here. I'm on the kickoff blocking. Goddamn, I'm ready to go. And boy, that goddamn whoa, kid run right by me. I ain't got time to put a hand on. Next time, and they scored a lot, so I got to really kick off a lot. And they go whoop, and they go by there again. And then finally I said, "Fuck this." When they kicked that ball, I didn't go this way. I went all the way across there to get some poor son bitch turkey naked. And I didn't wipe his ass out.
Y'all got a disadvantage if Winthorpe and Archer City play, because Winthorpe has been good in football for 40 years now.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
or 50. And Archer City's been up and down.
Yeah, but we ain't no pussies. We ain't no quitters.
I didn't know that Archer City has a turf field now.
Oh, yeah, they've had it for a long time. That's the greatest fucking thing ever.
Last time I
every
played there, it was
Wednesday, you know how it is, paint the fucking field.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that is damn good. If I was a parent there like
you
that.
got to work your ass off going up there. Yeah, there's a Ward Campbell. He owns everything in goddamn in Archer City. Well, we make the field painting pretty much a goddamn party. You know, we get up there and we drink beer. It's homecoming, so we got to paint the Wildcat. We got to do everything's got to be special, purple, and also we're doing the end zone shit. And all of a sudden, I look over there and fucking Ward has the strapper, and he's strapping the 50-yard line. No, we don't allow him, because we get over there and that fucking 50-yard line's looking like this. No, we stop. So the only way we could correct it is that 50-yard line was about that wide, because we had to do it twice on that son of a bitch. Yeah, he's not allowed to do it. But now they got a bunch of them young guys that I coach in Pee Wee football. They're all right, and they're good athletes. They had a good team too. And I said, "Well, yeah, I'm in." They said, "You gonna play us?" And everybody's like, "Man, you're gonna get hurt out there." I said, "There ain't nothing on that fucking football field gonna hurt me any worse than that goddamn ranch does on a daily basis." So, and if I was 100 and could crawl my ass out there on them field and put on them pads, but I didn't even put on pads. When I play, I don't. Of course, everybody kind of does it now, but I didn't wear any. I just wore pants. I didn't wear no pads at all.
No pads down there?
No, fuck no. Hell, we play on fucking Sundays without no pads. I didn't want to wear a helmet. But I look like a fat fucking Burt Reynolds up there on the quarterback. Yeah, you can go to my profile and you can see them doing that. You know, because we're black and white. We look like fucking McAllister State Penitentiary guy. But man, we had a good time. I'd do it all over 1,000. But we did it through that association first year, and they robbed us. They didn't hardly give us any of the money that they were supposed to donate. Deal. Next year, we just done it with the school. Told them, said, when the last game is played for both teams, Winthorpe and Archer, when they're going to put up their pads, then they would divvy it out for us before they do it, and we could have the. We made about, I bet we made $5,000 for each school. So,
really?
Yeah, it was fucking good. Oh yeah, there's a lot of some bitches will come out there and see a fat quarterback out there. Yeah, but yeah, I'd do it 1,000 times over.
Well, with what you do for a living, I mean, like you said, there's nothing on the football field that's going to be any worse and rougher than those cattle that you're fucking dealing with right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you almost died last week.
Exactly. Yeah, like I say, my back's all fucked up right now I got run over by a cow loading a truck, and then I got pinned in between a gate, wedged in between a gate and a crippled cow. She tried to get by me, and there's a piece of sucker rod that uses a horseback lace. It was just barely missed impaling me. Yeah, but yeah, just part of it.
I got a question for you.
Let's hear it.
First of all, before
You
you
want to know
do
how
this,
big my dick is, don't you?
no,
I know it is.
We're doing a giveaway on time. How
my
long this
dick?
is? No.
Oh, yeah.
Here, give away your dick.
Yeah.
To that
Like
guy.
prize
Did you
Yeah.
get permission from Kelly Jean?
She said as long as it's that old man at the porn shop that you can do it again.
Oh, $10.
We're doing a giveaway with Clay, a hunt with Clay, but you need to text me, email me, or message me, and it's a ticket. And it goes to my dad's scholarship fund. It's $100 if you want to do that. And we're doing a varmint hunt with you one evening.
Right.
But then we're giving away a goose hunt with you today on whoever guessed the correct time. They had to put it on
A goose hunt with
Instagram.
me?
No. A goose hunt with
that?
us. A goose hunt with us. You're welcome to come if you'd like
Hell
to.
to the no.
But anyways, it's for December 27th, and it's a father-son hunt. We're going to give away a dad and a son, or a dad and your daughter, whatever you
Yeah.
want to. But you got to guess how long this was going to be, and we have no idea how long this is going to be because we're still going. So whoever's closest to it wins that deal. And if you want to win a varmint hunt with Clay, which all goes to the scholarship fund, you need to Venmo, or you can send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Now to the question. That's all the commercial breaks we're having.
7.5.
Tell me about the
Seven and a half.
Okay, good deal. Tell me about the Arby's lady.
Arby's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was funny as shit. Well, they had I read on there, I need a new pair of boots, and they had a boot and saddle show at the Impact downtown. I thought, hell yeah, I go up there. Well, I get up there. Well, they don't have a goddamn, it's a boot and saddle maker deal. So they're selling the leather and the sewing machine. What a goddamn barley a boot in a deal except for a show where they had made them. I go, goddamn, I don't. So I leave there and I come out and I go over to Arby's because I fucking love Arby's. So I go into Arby's, I pull in there, and there's a little short black lady named Lydia. Oh, Lydia. And I said, hey, Lydia, how's your day going?
So you knew her before?
No. Had no
Okay.
I was
Read the name tag.
read her name.
Okay. She worked there. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she's taking my order, and I said, hey, how's Lydia today? Oh, I'm not very good. My auntie died last night, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I hate that. And I said, hell, I'll pray for you, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, I handed her 50 to pay for my Arby's deal, and I said, keep change. Maybe that'll brighten your day up a little better. And she goes, oh, she come out and give me a hug and all that. And well, then I go outside, get in my truck. Well, then here comes Matilda. I don't know if that's her name, but looked like a Matilda, this homeless girl. And she's walking down the street, and she got a pink deal, and she carried a box, and her fucking titties, no bra, and her titties are damn near in her pockets. You know, they're down here like this. Nipples that you hang a fucking half sticking out of that from bit. And she's wearing bell bottoms with no shoes, socks, dribbling out. Looked pretty rough. And so I was going
Better than you ever had.
Oh yeah. Well, I was going to give her a little something to help her out, you know. And well, she got around the bush, and I couldn't get to her, so I had to back up, go all the way around. The car got in my way, so I couldn't get out of there. I had to go the other way, and anyway, it led me right back to old Matilda. She had come around the deal, fixing to go underneath the overpass right there. I said, hey, Sunshine, come here a minute. And I said, how's your day going? Well, it turns out she was deaf. And she said, oh, no good, not very good, not very good like that. And I said, well, hell. And I handed her $100 bill, and I said, well, maybe this will brighten your day up. I said, I hope it's a deal. And she said, oh, thank man. And then all of a sudden she goes, oh. And I go, no. I said, no, you're rent free today, Sunshine. I said, you're good. She give me the knuckles. And I don't know sign language, but I knew what that was. She's going to have to perform. Now, and Arby's has never been so busy. Everybody, where goes Matilda at? No, you're rent free. You're good. Yeah. That's funny as shit. Yeah. Out doing the Lord's work, gonna get me a blowjob at the same time.
Might be why the preachers are so charitable.
Probably would have good something going because she didn't have a tooth in her head. Yeah.
Oh, nobody. That's
Yeah.
great.
And the good
This is
old
what
day.
happens when you talk to people.
Yeah. You ever
I'll
been
never
to
have
Deadwood,
this
South
happen.
Dakota?
Yes. I
That
didn't
was
see no homeless people.
that was not what I figured it would be.
What was you expecting?
Well, I I didn't figure it to be as crowded as it was. We thought we'd go up this time of year, there wouldn't be nobody there.
All the leaf changers.
No, we fucked up. It was the end of the year blowout. They had Marty Stewart, Collective Soul. They had all these fucking bands there. I mean, it was the end of the year blowout. And that son bitch was packed plumb full of goddamn shit. And so we stay there. And I'm like, I'm not in the crowd deal. And we went down the main street, you know, the historic, where they had the Wild Bill Hickok deal. And I had to go give me a shot of whiskey at the Wild Bill where he got shot and all that. But it was just, I mean, you couldn't even move. You couldn't even breathe. So we go back to the hotel. Oh, Kelly, she got lucky. They give her a $35 voucher, you know, because it's a casino. It's now. Hell, she got it, went over there, sat down, won $500. Hell, the room cost us $475. And I said, well, you going to keep playing? Hell no, they pay for our room. I said, hell yeah. So we go back in there and
it was $500 a night.
$475 for
Good
that weekend.
Lord.
It was, yeah, because it was
For a night or for the weekend?
no, for that night.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was good because it had its private parking. Had a guy on a golf cart to take you up there, you know, a fancy ass golf cart up there and took it up. But it wasn't my gig. It was a cool deal. But the funnest part for me was, you know, I was running. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, I get up and I take off running. Well, from our room all the way up that main street is uphill. And there ain't a soul out there, even though half those little dink deals is a casino, so they're open, but there ain't nobody there. So I come jogging down that goddamn deal, and I see these two guys up there standing on the street corner. And, you know, and I come running up there to them. Well, as I get closer to them, I can see them kind of try to figure out which way they're going to run. They looked nervous, and I was like, what the fuck are these guys? And I pulled up there to them and said, hey, guys, y'all got a light? Because I had a cigarette and I didn't have a light. And I said, y'all got a light? And that one guy goes, God damn, dude, don't do that. And I said, what? He said, we thought you was fucking coming up here to rob us. He goes, no offense, but you don't look like no fucking runner. Fuck y'all. Hell, they was up there smoking a joint. And, you motherfucker, give me a goddamn light. And we got my light and kept on running. Yeah. So,
You don't look like a runner.
yeah, you don't look like no fucking
The only time I've been to Deadwood was in like February, like and it was snow still on the ground, kind of, and it was still busy though. There was a lot of people there. I think that's a neat area. I would like to go there in the summertime because I could see where you could take your whole family, and there's a lot of stuff to do, and it's a pretty area.
The coolest place to go is Spearfish Canyon. We went over Spearfish Canyon. It was unreal. It waterfalls and it's cool. And luckily, you know, I'm an early riser, so me and Kelly were early, and there ain't nobody around. And we're going to the Spearfish waterfall, going down this trail. You got to, you know, it's about a half mile to get to it. We're going through there, and the first thing you see is a sign that says, look out for the mountain lions and la, 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 you know, and it tells a story about the mountain lion habitat and all that. And I'll be, goddamn, we just barely go, and there's a goddamn mountain lion track right there. And goddamn. So I'm on point. Me and Kelly, we were walking down through there, and I walked past this fucking tree, and a goddamn mule deer jumps out from under that deal, and it was a mountain lion to me. I bet I jumped that fucking goddamn long. I like shit all over myself. But yeah, it was cool. And then we left, and like I say, my whole motive was to go to Whitewood, South Dakota, to get me a goddamn peach Red Bull, case of peach Red Bull. And I met that old boy up there and got the Red Bull, and boy, I was happy as shit. Got a breakfast. Then we decided, hell, goddamn, we ain't 30 miles from Sturgis. Let's go to Sturgis. So we go to Sturgis. As soon as we pull into Sturgis, there's first thing we see is Dick and Jane's adult superstore, and it says expert on site. I was like, I got to go see what an expert on site at an adult superstore looks like. And I walk in there, and there's a little short, big titty gal working there. I said, hey, are you an expert? She goes, you goddamn right I am. I said, well, load me up, baby doll. And boy, we come out there with like $500 worth of fucking sex toys and that son of a bitch. And then I had to go find the first fucking motel. And yeah, that's about all me and Kelly was all about. Yeah, we didn't have to worry about kids walking in. Yeah, when we were at Deadwood, we're putting on a pretty good session. You know, they're probably going to have to repaint that room we was in. And somebody had a goddamn dog in the room next to it. Well, me and Kelly's, we're hammering down and having a good time, and the whole time all I hear, I think we're gonna have to be quiet. It didn't make a shit. I'm pretty sure that dog thought a fucking elephant was dying over there in that fucking other room. But yeah, that was the highlight of. And then me and Kelly, neither one of us got a tattoo. And there's tattoo shops all downstairs. Let's get us a fucking tattoo. She goes, what are we gonna get? I don't know. Let's get a fucking tattoo. Luckily, they were all fucking closed. But we go into this one deal, and I got a buddy of mine named Kendall Coleman. I don't mind calling his name Kendall Coleman. And he's one of them guys that comes into the cafe every morning, and he's got one of them tumblers, you know, that's like a goddamn huge, oversized goddamn tumbler, you know.
Like an old igloo cooler.
Yeah, you got to get a dolly and carry so much around. And he fills it up every morning. Well, I'm going through this one shop over there, and I look over there, and there's this big, giant, black dick with a straw coming out on the top of it. I said, I got to have that for Kendall Coleman. He'll love that. So I get it. But I got turned on because I give it to Kelly, and Kelly's carrying that big black dick around the deal. And I go, oh, shit. We may have to have a little role playing at the next motel. Shut up. Dumbass.
So did you buy any more of the Darth Vader tools
Darth Vader
toys that glow in the dark?
I don't even know what half the shit we got. Yeah, I got this one fucking deal. I don't know. I put it on my fucking dick and all that. And my dick looked like it was fixing to start a battle with Battlestar Galactica, you know, and had fucking armor on the motherfucker. And I was like, I don't know about this shit. So we ripped that motherfucker off. He was cutting the circulation off of my shit. And I was like, God damn. But that motherfucker did swell up about that goddamn thing around. Yeah, we didn't get to use none of that shit. But
you're lucky you got it off. I think shit get stuck on there. You got to call the fire department.
Yeah, I had some little vibrating deal over. It's like a fucking roof, and then I was like, God damn. Yeah.
Expert done set you up.
Have you seen the remote control vibrators they have now? Like the wife puts them in there, and you can hit a button and you run it like a
like
remote.
Underwear.
Yeah, like underwear.
No shit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
May have to research that deal.
Yeah, she's wearing them. You just hit it with restaurant and stuff. You're a TikTok guy. That's all over the videos are at TikTok. They don't show it like inserted. It just shows the girl sitting there, and all of a sudden in these
eating at Arby's and like, ooh.
She carries a fucking vibrator inside her.
It's in like the underwear or whatever.
In the underwear.
They put the underwear on.
Fucking carrying a goddamn vibrator like that old boy that got it stuck up his ass. You want me to take it out or just change the batteries? Yeah.
But no, you go out to dinner and then when, you know, hit them with it and then they kind of jolt a little.
Oh, but damn.
Hit it a lot and
I won't
dinner
put
just
underwear
gets better.
off, so that's probably not my gig. Yeah.
This is
for when you're in public.
This is like in public. And you hit that button with
I can guarantee you my wife is not wearing one of them motherfuckers in public because she knows Clay would be a torture in that motherfucker. Yeah, he's fucking. That's kind of like breaking out a yellow hot shot out around a bunch of cowboys. We're going to use it on each other.
How hot are those?
The motherfuckers are hot. You're goddamn right. Yeah, them yellow ones are like a fucking stun gun. Them motherfuckers, they bite you. Yeah, them some bitch. Where
do you try to hit somebody with it at? In the ass, in the love handles,
whatever gets closest.
Wherever you can get. What's the most tender
though?
What's the most tender spot to get somebody?
The bottom of the nutsack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we had that old boy that passed out over at my dad's house at one time and couldn't get him up. My dad's gonna get home. My brother, he gets that fucking hot shot out, and he's laying. And this is a big old mean son bitch that's passed out. You know. He took that damn prong, the end of that damn deal, and he stuck it under his nuts and his underwear, and he lifted them nuts. And I go, you ain't got a hair on your ass if you don't do it. And he goes, open all the doors. So I had to open all the doors. They had a runway. And boy, when he hit that fucking hot shot, that motherfucker, his fingers and his toes crawled. And then the fucking race was on. Wow. That motherfucker, there's a big old plowed field out behind our house. And that some bitch was out there in his underwear chasing Lance all over that fucking plowed field. Yeah. So I would say probably the asshole or the nutsack's got to be pretty tender. Yeah.
Well, I just meant like when you're out working cattle and shit. Because I mean, you can't always get the perfect shot. So I didn't know where you try to get.
I always go for the belly.
You ever
Belly's
have
pretty tender.
you ever have any of these young guys get mad when you do something like this and pop off and hit you, lose their control and hit you?
No.
That has never happened.
No, these young guys worked around me and see what I do to cattle.
Yeah.
And no, I ain't had. Matter of fact, in the cowboy world, there's a deal called shapping. You shap somebody. Hell, we got that one goddamn video. Matter of fact, my buddy got married up there in Wyoming back in June. We went up there and shapped his ass, and he's a big giant motherfucker.
Is shapping the same as they do with the belts at Tiger?
It's just a
Jiu-jitsu belt deal where
you
you
get
just
a pair of
slap them?
leggings and whoop their ass with it. Take him down, whoop their ass with it. And, and you want to fight. Some guys will just lay there and take all the fun of it. Bullshit, you're going to shap my ass, you're going to have to fucking work with it. So was Heath Dunson. Heath Dunson's this buddy, and he's big 6'4", 12 sandwich eating motherfucker. And he's mean something. So, but what was funny, them Wyoming people, they don't know what the fucking shapping is, or they didn't at this wedding. Well, all of his groomsmen are Texas boys, we're all that there. Well, they come to me and say, hey, we're going to need you to help us. So we get me and Bobby Potsky and a couple of those old tough guys over there. And so you do it after the last dance. Well, he has his last dance out in the middle of this roping arena because they got all the tables set up in this roping arena. And everybody's looking. Well, we all go to circling him as the deal. We're positioning ourselves to get ready for it because he knows that. And old Dunson, I knew he was going to be bad because Dunson got that grin on his face. He goes, oh, yeah, fuck these bitches up. And so he goes over there and, well, then that right before when the song ended, he handed his hat to his old lady. Of course, she knew what it was too.
Right.
Holding this, and she goes, come on, you motherfuckers, boy. He took to us, boy. It was a big maul. I mean, the first son bitch, I can't remember who it was, but he got fucking mucked out. And then, hell, I think Bobby wound up getting a big cut eye. And we got it done, but it wasn't no easy deal. Of course, all the other people was going, what the hell are they doing? What are they doing? They thought we was killing the son of a bitch. And but his wife posted a video of it. Shit, it was like 3 million views of that son of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, and it was like, all the comments, I can recognize a ballroom brawler from way back. Yeah. So I was lucky because I come in from behind and I tackled him. I had the leg.
Yeah.
But they tried to shap me one time. Only tried to shap me one time. It was a bunch of high school boys. I would hate for them motherfuckers to try to shap me now because they've all grown. They were high school. Matter of fact, one of them's Micah Dearborn, and he's a Delta Force fucking Ranger. And, then he was like a sophomore, didn't weigh 150 pounds.
Yeah.
But
so they could get the job done now,
they were, oh, fuck, yeah. They were all like sophomores in high school, but they were big. You had J.D. Morrison, Bobby Morrison, Luke Morrison, and all of them put together was about 700 pounds. They're big motherfuckers. And then you had Micah and a couple other guys, I think Dumpling McCoy. Well, they tried to ambush me as we were walking to the truck. And they tackled me, but they didn't get me to flush to the ground. Well, I punched one, bit one, punched one, bit one, and then I had them 5-point spurs on, and the guy that had me down here, I went to raking them spurs, pin cushioned him. And so when I lost them, the 3 biggest guys, it was fucking done.
That's it.
Oh yeah, I would hate for them motherfuckers to try to get me down. I'd be like that pussy. Okay, just do it. Just do it.
Get it over with.
Yeah. But not then. But yeah, that fucking shapping deal is kind of a culture deal. And you can get shapped for many reasons. Worst thing you can do is cowboys ride in front of somebody. If you're going like this, and it's just like cutting in front of somebody in line. Mm-hmm. Hey, motherfucker, if you sometimes you got to do it, but you'll say, excuse me, you say, okay, go ahead. But usually you'll stop, come behind them and get over that side. Riding in front of somebody is a fucking guns and fuck deal. You got a guns and fuck out there doing it. Or farting in a crowd. You fart in a crowd, you're allowed to get, and more than one's a crowd. So,
more than one's a crowd.
So you'll get a fucking shapping. And there's all kinds of shapping rules.
So you'll shap somebody for farting in public.
Oh, yeah. No farting in a crowd. Say we're in a pickup, and you fart when you get out. And if well, everybody has to, include in the shapping. If you ain't at least touching them, then
Right.
you get shapped.
Oh, right.
Like,
You got to participate.
Colton Burnett, he's got a goddamn broke fucking leg. He come out there hobbling on that deal, and he put his crutch on there. He's like, I'm in on it, motherfucker. Y'all. Yeah, so, but there's all kinds of shapping rules.
So it's rules, not rules, but questions about the Archer City. Do you see Gary Joe much?
Gary Joe Cutter?
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Is he as grouchy as he seems like on his deal all the time? On his videos?
Oh, yeah.
Is he easy to fuck with?
Easy is amongst easy. There's, yeah, oh, yeah. Especially when you get drinking. Usually when I see him, he's not always drinking. Yeah, you know, it's in the morning. But in the evening, when he gets on that cold beer now, oh, God damn.
Cold beer.
That's some bit. And his brother's worse than he is. Yeah. Yeah, old Poodle. God damn.
Poodle.
Yeah, Poodle. And, yeah.
Well, I saw a video the other day. I don't see his stuff all the time, but his video the other day was...
You know who his kinfolk is?
No.
That goddamn Brooks girl.
Who?
That superstar decathlete, you know, from Wichita.
Oh, Robert Brooks?
Yeah, it's his kinfolk.
Okay. Robert seems to be a little better athlete than Gary Joe, though.
Well, the mom is, I think, a cutter.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how that is.
Yeah,
I can't
Scooby was a
remember.
hell of an athlete.
I didn't know that until just the other
Yeah,
day.
Robert was a hell of an athlete.
Yeah, and I thought, well, goddamn, that stands to reason. You know, Gary Joe was such a stud athlete.
Yeah. So, Gary Joe, the other day they're talking about, he says, you know that old gal up there at the Y, she said that you spend $200 a day on lottery tickets. Well, that fat cunt. I felt sorry for that. I told Michelle, I said, I don't know who the lady is that works there, but I feel sorry for that lady because everybody knows who they're talking about that goes in there all the time.
Yeah, he kind of like Clay. He don't give a fuck.
He did that fat bitch right there. It's not her damn business.
Yeah, if you want to see Gary Joe, he goes to the Cadane Corner. They got a little Kathy's Corner up there. We give him shit.
At
all the
Cadane
time.
Corner?
Yeah,
That's
Cadane.
a long way from Archer City, though, isn't it?
He's not
not
Archer
from Archer
City.
City.
He's Holiday.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought
he
was
lives
Archer
out
City.
by Dundee.
Oh, okay. Well, Cadane
Well,
Corner.
he lives right at Cadane Corner. Hell, the store ain't but 3 or 4 miles from his house. Yeah,
you
so
wanna
he
call
goes
it
up
a
there, and that
house.
store is just about closed, you know. But what?
They
If
still
you
have a
want to
little-
call it a house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks pretty rough. Is there a cafe still in there?
Yeah.
Do they still cook
That's
in there?
just about all they do in there is cook. You can go in there and, you know, I used to go in that sumbitch at 4:30 every morning. She would cook. They sold it to this new bunch, and they don't hustle like Judy, and it used to be Gerald Kaufman had it. He was a crippled guy, but yeah, that used to be the hub. But when this new bunch bought it, you know, there's 2 things out there that made them rich because it's out in the middle of nowhere, and that's beer and gas. Mm-hmm. Well, they quit selling gas. All them oil field companies used to have their
cards there. They
yeah,
go there
yeah.
and charge.
And well, then beer, they have like 2 different kinds of beer, Bud Light and Coors Light, and they'll barely have that in there. They got like peanuts on the deal. You know, it used to be half-ass store. And,
Yeah, just a small town little store is what it was.
Yeah, here a while back, that one old boy that runs that deal, I was eating breakfast in there, and he goes, Clay, you got to tell me what I need to do to make this place successful. And I said, you got to open the motherfucker up. I said, I used to be here every morning at 4:30 in the morning. It opened at 5, but I would be here at 4:30, me and everybody. But by 7 o'clock, we're all gone. We got to go to work.
Right.
But Judy would make 100 burritos, and by 6 o'clock, them burritos are all gone. I said, that's the way it was, because that's what we done. You guys don't open till 8 o'clock. Everybody's gone. And then I'll drive all the way over here, and you guys will be closed. Go to some that go to this or play a guitar at this. You got to be consistent with your hours. If I drive fucking 20 miles to come over here and get something, and you're closed, I ain't coming back. And, you know, you never know. It's crap though. And he said, well, I need to figure out how to capitalize on my celebrity status. And I said, what?
Who is he?
I said, I don't even know what your fucking name is, dude. And he goes, well, in certain circles, I am well known. I said, well, it ain't the circle of Canadian Corner, I guarantee you that. Yeah.
What does the guy do?
Oh, he's plays a guitar. His whole family can play anything, man. I mean, and his daughter, I was over there one time, and she was 14 at the time, and she and I went talking about playing my guitar, and that's when he told me he played the guitar, and he played the mandolin, and he played the cello, and all the. I said, oh shit! And he goes, yeah, my daughter, she plays fiddle. I said, oh man, I love fiddle. You ever heard her play it? And he goes, no, I ain't heard. So he calls her out there, and she comes out. She's wearing like a Unabomber uniform, gray hoodie over her head. She's real beautiful girl, and she's real shy, And I said, you play the fiddle? She said, yes, sir. She got her fiddle. I said, oh, yeah. I said, play me something. She goes, what do you want to hear? And I said, Devil went down to Georgia. She goes, that's what everybody wants me playing. That bitch went to song on that motherfucker. And I mean, the best I ever heard.
What other songs are there on the fiddle? Cotton Eye Joe? There's not
Sweet
much.
Child of Mine. She plays
I never heard
that.
that. I bet that would be really
She'd
good.
play anything with fiddle. And she won Bob Will's adult division as a child.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Damn.
she's like superstar. She got invited to go play with the Boston Symphony up there in Boston. She's been all over. And she had a band. I was trying to think the name of the band. They used to play at Iron Horse Pub all the time, but she is like ungodly good fiddle player. Yeah, and beautiful girl. What the hell's the damn name of that deal? But yeah, but they're all, and that's what that old boy told me. He called me up and said, "Okay, Clay, Wednesday night we're going to start a steak night, ribeye steak, loaded baked potato, strawberry shortcake every Wednesday night." I said, and we'll have live entertainment. And they built them kind of this little little stage about as big as this right here. And I said, all right, so I'll be there. So me and my wife go up there, and God, it was good steak. The baked potato was better. And then they had a guy who works and repairs guitars, playing the guitar, and his 11-year-old daughter was playing the fiddle. And she was good. And not as good as the other one, and they sang and did that. And I said, buddy, you do this. I said, I'll have this motherfucker packed every Wednesday fucking night. He was all right. So the next Wednesday, I call all my buddies. We got like 20, 30 people. We're going to go out there, and guess what?
They're closed.
Fucking closed.
Where'd you go to the second time?
My
then?
grandpa had a deal. We had to go see him, and da-da-da. You done. You want it done. They said, well, we're going to do fish on Friday. You don't understand. Yeah, fuck me once.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Fuck me twice. Shame on me.
So where'd you take 30 people on a Wednesday night to eat at?
We dispersed. Yeah, because I had them from Electra, Archery. Yeah, everybody went the opposite direction. But yeah, matter of fact, I would almost want to buy that fucking store because I knew what it was. It was a money making son of a bitch, and because it's the hub, it's out in the middle of nowhere, and KMA is in Cadane Corner ain't nothing but alcoholic drunks. And so they could go to Cadane Corner and get all their beer without going into Wichita, into town where the laws was. So that was, you get rich on beer and cigarettes and stuff. And you go in there now, they got one brand of cigarette and Copenhagen. And occasionally.
I used to go there when I was 13, 14, back in Steak in the Leg days when I worked on the oil at the Oak Farms, and we delivered there once a week.
Yeah, I always thought, even in Mearns, that we got over there, she has enough business, but you can make that a fucking. I need to open a goddamn cafe. You can go. My deal is Archer City. What's it known for? Larry motherfucking McMurtry, right? You got all the literary center and all that. You could have that whole deal on his movies in there, posters and Lonesome Dove. Hell, you could just do the Lonesome Dove. There's two things that everybody loves in Texas as cowboys and sports, right? Well, you put all your local county teams like Windthorst, they got all their state championships, put their team photos up there on the deal, their state champion team, holidays, theirs, and Archer City's good team and all that. And then people will come back into town to show their kids, right? Or same with cowboy pictures. Pioneer. We used to all go into Pioneer, and they had all the old cowboy pictures of all the cowboys, Goat Mayo and all that.
They still do it, P3.
Yeah. Well, they don't at the
other ones don't.
Yeah, they took all that shit down and remodeled it down. Or you got a 200 class buck on the wall. guys will drive out of their way to go see a kudu hunter
Yes.
or a 14-pound bass.
Right.
Put those deals. There's so many different ways. Like this place here. You got a little culture in here. Stack those deals. You go into a place that's all bland. There ain't nothing on the wall. It's all right. You can only do so much. And she's plenty as busy as she wants. I mean, she does good. But
What is going on in Archer City right now? Is your town going through any growth, or is it dying?
about the same.
Because our town's dying here, but now I was told
We're close enough to Wichita. We get the people.
Right.
We get to move out.
we're getting this data center stuff is getting bigger and bigger now. Now the rumor is that the one that they're going to build at Haskell is going to be bigger than the one in Abilene. Have you heard that too?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I was told yesterday, that it's going to be
What are
bigger.
you building?
A data center?
data center.
Where they're
It'd
like
be like-
AI type shit?
I can tell you what's going on. They're building one in Abilene right now that's going to have, it's got 6,500 people working on it. I don't know how many full-time jobs, but the one that they're going to build at Albany is going to have 5,000 people working on it and 1,500 full-time jobs.
Gonna run fucking Albany.
Yep. And then they're talking about building one at Haskell that's going to be big as one at Abilene, so it will be 2,500 full-time jobs. But these small towns, and
Well,
here's
and then
the
there's
thing.
a solar facility going in by Rhineland. It's gonna, I don't know how many people's gonna work at it, but
Which is good for the small town.
I want to see a small town grow, but I don't want to ruin our towns.
Yeah.
There's people going to make a lot of money, and I don't have no problem with that. But the overall, I would love for Knox City to get 300 new people to move here. I would.
Yeah.
300 good quality people. It would be great. Families, get 30 or 40 new families with kids, helps your school and everything. But I don't want 500 people that are just living in fifth wheels that are going to be here for 6 months, and then there's going to be another guys come in for 6 months, because you're not going to get anything really for your town full time for a long time, and it's going to drive the cost up for the people that live in the town with the rent. People, it's not, our house is paid for. It don't going to affect me one bit.
Right.
But people that are renting houses, you're going to lose a lot of you. Like Andy's on school board. How are y'all going to hire a teacher to come here if rent's $3,000 a house?
Right.
It's going to be hard. But this is a lot. This is big news from our sector of West Texas. Had a guy hunt with me the other day. He's got a deer lease up by Matador somewhere. I can't remember what, Dumont, that little area back up in there. And he was at the barbecue place in Dickens and got some barbecue sandwich. And there was tons of people in there. And the guy told him they're building a man camp up there somewhere in the middle of nowhere that holds 4,000 people. That's a 13-year project.
man camp.
A man camp that holds 4,000
Like
people. Like a man camp, like they have in the oil field and stuff, where they've got housing, everything, where people can live, and they have restaurants. Yeah, they got all kinds of shit. That's exactly right.
Dope.
Yeah. Prostitutes, they'll have everything. But 4,000.
You've piqued my interest.
But they're going to have 4,000 people living there. They're going to feed them. It's the same thing they did in the Dakotas when all the oil boom went up there. Those towns weren't built for that many people, so they built these camps, or they buy up a place and they build a man camp.
Loco
on it.
Hills, New Mexico. Loco Hills is just a store, and the deal, they've got goddamn people stacked in shipping containers and all that. Yeah,
It'd be like that place by Albany back in the cowboy days.
Yeah, what was
What was
Fort
that
Griffith?
place?
Yeah.
Fort Griffith.
And then the one over here was it not Dones? What was the one over here by? They had one at Aspermont also. That had its own little town. It was a famous town because the people that left Dodge City, Kansas, came to Aspermont, and that's where they built right by the Double Forks because they were doing the buffalo. It was one of the last buffalo hunting places. But it was a real famous Richardson's or I can't remember that, Roan's maybe. But anyways, it was a
that Doc Holliday and them, they were in Fort Griffith though, weren't they? Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp,
probably all them places.
Big Nose Kate.
Big Nose Kate.
I think that's where they
I
were.
might know her.
You know Big Nose Kate?
Well, Bucky and them, in some of their land, don't they? In some of their land on Fort Griffith?
Fort Griffith, yes.
Right. And But Bucky's told me, like, you can see where, like, all the old saloons were and gunfight was here and all sorts of cool shit. But that's what's going to end up happening out here is this.
That's where the Bigfoot was.
Out in Fort Griffith?
Yeah, Fort Griffin.
Fort Griffin?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where you heard Bigfoot?
No, that's where if you look on one of the big stories was there was a hunter out there. Oh, it's in between Throckmorton and Deal. When you go way back in there off in the river, there's an old rock house, and it'll have a sign that says Fort Griffin, and that's where the Confederates they stayed. There's a big historical marker about there, but supposedly back in the I can't remember when it was, but some hunters had a Bigfoot chase them, him and his son, in the middle of the day. In the middle of the day, they were walking back from deer hunting up there, and all of a sudden, some bitch come out of the deal, and they hollered at it, here the bastard come. Yeah, it's on that Bigfoot Research Center. You can go to, they got all them. You go on there, shows all the sightings and the reported sightings all over. I like reading that shit.
Do you listen to music when you're running early in the morning, or do you listen for
Hell yeah,
pigs and
there ain't
everything
nothing
else?
worse than running and listening to yourself die.
Oh, so you do?
Yeah, that does not inspire you. No, it's funny because you get your certain song.
Yeah.
Like me,
Yeah.
as soon as I start off, na 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 na.
That's
I
it.
got to get pumped up, get my body going, and then I jump in, and then there's some songs, you know. I mean, goddamn, running is very therapeutic. I mean, it gets emotional. Matter of fact, you get to think a lot, and you get on them certain songs. I mean, yeah, it's cool. But I got my certain, and it's weird how certain songs you'll kick another gear. Like this morning, Freebird.
Oh,
When
yeah.
Freebird comes, I'm sprinting. Freebird. Boy, I mean, I'm just hauling ass till that fucking song's over with. Yeah, it inspires you, kick another gear. And then you get in Eminem, Not Afraid is one of Spacebound's another one that just get a certain rhythm that you can run with ease. And you make your playlist. And then like there's this one song, it's what's them goddamn goofball boys, boy band, but Harry Styles.
Yeah.
He's got a song in there, and it's funny because every time that sumbitch happens to come on in my bike route, it's right before I'm fixing to come up the Wichita Dam, and it's a grind. Oh, what does it say? Nobody said it was easy. Nobody said it would be this hard. And boy, and it's something. Well, yeah, I'm trying, motherfucker. I know it ain't easy. Goddamn it. Yeah, but oh yeah, I gotta listen to my music. That's what's gonna suck about the triathlon. You can't wear AirPods.
Yeah, so you get to hear
you
yourself.
can't hear. No.
It's different because last year I was running a lot, and I would do the same thing. I'd run with the AirPods, and then one day I was because my wife she walks and runs also. I was gonna run with her. Same thing. I'm running, and I get to hear myself huffing and puffing. I'm like, fuck, I'm out of shape.
Yeah, no shit.
And it got harder because
Yeah,
I could
it
hear
does.
myself breathing.
Yeah, because it's all fucking mental.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so when you so to get to train, I've talked to these guys. You've got to take them earpods off like once a week, so you get your rhythm of your breathing
Right.
better, and you
Yeah.
can hear yourself.
Yeah, because
And
when I got the AirPods in, I'm not thinking about my breathing,
No.
and I just go. But when I hear it, I'm like, okay,
then you
I'm huffing
start
and puffing.
trying, and you get kind of off time.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. But the more I did it that first, when I was training for that marathon, you know, I had it down. I mean, I had my pace, I had my deal, but now I'm trying to, which I've got to lose. You know, I got to lose some pounds. If I can get down to, 235, which I hadn't been in a long time. If I get down to 235, I'm like a stick. You know, and then I want to work on speed of running. Because, I got that fucking little old marathon shuffle. I can go for fucking days right off the couch. I got air. But my ankles need to go above my knees to run at a good pace.
Right.
And that's, and then
Yeah.
when your ankles are going above your knees, you're running on the balls of your foot instead of the heels of your foot.
Right.
Yeah, so learning how to run, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd be worried about wildlife early in the morning with AirPods. You don't hear them coming. Pigs
Yeah.
and shit.
I
You
ain't
worried about
no
it?
fucking no goddamn. Except for snakes.
I've seen you saw a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had more encounters with snakes. Like the other morning, I was running, and I run that mile, and then I walked back. Well, I was running, and I had my damn light pulled up because the bugs get in my face.
Yeah.
So I can see, but I can't got a good vision. So I run, and then when I go to walk, I'm walking back, and I put that light down, so I got it down on the deal. I find this big ass goddamn snake piled up, and you can see my foot track right next to where I just barely missed him. And we did kill him. And then the other night, I filmed a hunt show with an old boy from Illinois, old Joey. And we go up to the feed yard, and at the end of these round bales is where I always set up and make a stand. I don't ever wear a headlamp hunting, wear tennis shoes, blue jeans. Well, I go over where Joey, he's got his light on. And all of a sudden he goes, "Oh my God." And I said, "What? Look." And in between my legs is this fucking giant ass rattlesnake going, trying to get me. Boy, I bunny hop out of the way, jump over there, and the snake runs in between the deals. I said, "Boy, I got close." And now I go to set my damn deal up. And he goes, "What the fuck you gonna do?" I said, "I'm gonna make a stand." "The fucking snake's there." I said, "Well, he went off." And he goes, "Yeah, but he might come back." And I'm staying out on the fucking road. He wasn't coming in there with me in the woods. And then the other night, you saw that video I posted the other day where I took them Pennsylvania boys out and we're walking down the road. And sure enough, that was a 6-footer. He's a big son of a bitch.
Well, one of them, did you find a rattlesnake den on one of your videos?
I may have. Not lately.
Let me look.
They're not denned up right now. They're fixing to go to dens.
They ought to be
Maybe it
headed.
was an
45
old
degrees
video.
this morning here. What was y'all?
48.
Yeah, we were 45 this morning.
Oh, it's nice.
Let me look.
Yeah, matter of fact, I went and got a hoodie.
Yeah, it's hoodie weather.
Yeah.
Y'all are all set now because y'all have had so much good rain back there where y'all are. Y'all are wet right there, right?
Oh, fuck you.
This is getting
Everybody's
dry.
rain.
It's terrible.
Everybody around me is good. You can go north of my house. They had 6 inches here a couple weeks ago. You go to the west, north, south, east, west of me, everybody got way. You can get it's all green. And then them guys pulled in. My buddies from Virginia showed up yesterday. They go, "God damn, it's all green till we got to your house." I said, "Yeah, it's fucking like walking on tater chips."
It's terrible how dry it's gotten here. And we
Yeah.
were wet September 4th. Nice and wet still. And then
Yeah,
the last
well,
6 weeks have been just
I
terrible.
missed it all. I got 5,000 acres of wheat in the ground and
No green
no rain.
sprigs.
I ain't had rain in two months.
Is Clay getting on a tractor or you paying someone to custom farm this for you?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell fuck no.
I didn't
ain't-
figure you were.
Fuck no. That's what I told my boss.
This
man.
one. That's just one snake?
No. Yeah, he was in the middle of the road. Yeah, it's just one snake.
Oh, okay. Whenever it said snake farm, I thought you stumbled upon like
What are you going to do with this damn? Oh, that's what I do too with it.
Yeah, I pumped him
beam
on
them
that.
over the head.
Yeah, that's some bitch is big motherfucker.
I mean, look at the rattles
Yeah.
on it.
Why don't you just grab him and bullwhip him? Pow.
Yeah, because I know guys have done that and lost fingers. Yeah.
And there ain't no way I'd do that.
Is
stuff.
that the one that was striking at you? That was in between your legs?
No,
That's
no.
a different one?
No, but he wasn't much smaller than that. All 3 of them I've seen this year have been big ones.
We've had a lot of rattlesnakes, and I think it's because we were so wet this spring, and now we're drying out, and snakes are having to. They've been a lot. We've killed several around the lodge here this year.
For us, I think, because we don't have the hogs that we had.
Oh,
I've been putting the ass whooping on them hogs, and them hogs eat the shit out of them. I still got hogs, don't get me wrong, but
Right.
not like they was. I go out on my wheat fields at night, because I go hunting damn near every night, and you don't hardly ever see a hog out there. And I got 5,000 of wheat on laying on the ground. You'd think they would be all over, but they get smart. They know, don't
Where
go
to
on
go.
Clay's wheat field. He will kill your ass. Yeah.
but there's been a couple people have talked about killing rattlesnakes in town too. But I think we were just so wet this spring that they're having
Yeah.
to find some shit places that they normally wouldn't go.
Well, this year I'm going to wind up going and do me some snake hunting to get rid of, because there is about 3 or 4 snake dens around my house.
What you do?
So I
Just
don't know
gas
any-
them?
Huh?
You just gas them?
No, we go out there in the middle of the day and catch them off the ground, when they're sunning.
Oh,
Yeah.
sell them?
Huh?
Sell them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this year they were $20 a pound. It's like 1 foot is a pound. That's what they estimate, So you get a goddamn 6-foot snake. Of course, there's guys that'll pay you $100 for every inch past 6 foot. And that was back 30 years ago.
Yeah, big snakes are rare.
Big snakes, yeah, they like, yeah. I don't,
Especially in our part of the country because they still den up. You get in South Texas, they don't den up, and so you eat year round.
yeah.
I don't like snakes.
I don't like
I
them
seen
at
a
all.
deal the other day where a guy had a snake. It was a timber rattler, and that snake had not eaten in a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah. Said their metabolism, I didn't know they could do that. Yeah, that's wild. Of course, he was thin.
I'd want to feed them all the time. That'd keep them docile. Keep them
Well,
happy.
hell, he has him in a box. I said, well, goddamn, I lived in a box. I don't know what I'd want to eat a whole lot either.
I saw we were talking about money. You know, the No Kings protest with Trump and everything. They're paying protesters $40 an hour. I thought about going down and getting in this No Kings protest.
What?
The protest in Trump, No Kings protest. They had one in Weatherford.
Had one in Waco.
They're paying
No
protesters.
King protest.
We don't have a king. It's just fucking Democrats.
Something about Trump. But anyway, you know, if you're a college kid and need to make a little bit extra money, $40 an hour sounds pretty fucking nice.
They said whatever time they were ended,
You get
maybe
your,
it was in New York City.
you only have to make signs. They got signs for you and everything.
But like it was going to end at 4:00. They said at 4:02 you couldn't find a some bitch on the street. All these pissed off protesters. 4:00, let's go.
But
I guess that's the
$40
pleasures
an
of
hour.
not watching TV. I don't have a fuck clue what you're talking about.
They did. This is the second one they did. Here's the funny. If they think they can get to 1% of the population to do it, that Trump will have to resign. So if they can get 12 million people nationwide to bail out, then he'll just resign. Them fucking idiots. They don't realize. First of all, I saw a stat the other day. 1% of the population is mentally retarded. I don't know if that's a word you're supposed to use or not, but that was what I read. That was the terminology they used. And 1% of the Democratic Party is going to be doing all this stuff. So it tells me which part of the Democratic Party is out doing all this no
not
kings
if they're
deal.
paying $40 an hour, you're gonna get all sorts of people.
Well, how many of them are really upset? But
not upset, but I'd be there for the cash. It's either that or sell plasma. I'll go out there and stand on a street corner.
Can you imagine though that these people are pissed off about us deporting people? That's the biggest complaint. Is they're just putting masks on and they're just grabbing poor innocent people. Illegal people. If you're an illegal alien, there's not one legal person that's been deported over this shit. It's the dumbest shit ever, though. I mean, do you ever think in our lifetime the shit that they're bitching about would be something to?
Oh yeah.
You really thought in our lifetime we would get this bad? I never thought it would be this un-American. Can you imagine New York City is going to elect a Muslim mayor 24 years after some Muslims flew in and blew all that shit up during the terrorist attack?
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, because all the guys that are voting for him wasn't even around then.
No.
They're that new crop of kiddos nowadays. They don't have a fucking clue. They're retarded. And our school system is to blame because we're farming them.
Yes.
You know, that's all the public school system is. I'd homeschool my kids so fucking fast. You know, and we don't see it too much. And
same with us.
Yeah.
We live in a bubble.
But the big mass school systems, you know, big city schools, those kids, that's what I've always said, you know, we all want to go out and educate all these kids and local kids around here. You want to change the world, go to fucking downtown Dallas, Texas, and educate them kids about hunting, fishing. Take them boys and change their mind because they don't have they don't know any different.
We got a kid working for us that graduated school in Keller, and the motherfucker won't eat cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking retarded.
Sitting right over there.
Yeah.
Won't you? You don't eat cheese, huh?
Why?
Because he went to school at a big school. The teachers told him it was bad for you. So
well, like I say, all
never
the,
had government cheese.
Them kids are just it's indoctrination, you know, at the public schools, big city public schools. You know, they're all fucking Democrat. You know, they're all fucking and you see it every day. You know, all these goofballs at these damn protests, or a teacher somewhere, or a professor at the college, or something like that. You know, and I see it all the time where our kids will go to college and they come back as one of them.
An idiot.
Yeah, we have.
What shocks me is our local newspaper that me and you both grew up to, Wichita Falls newspaper, and their Facebook text homepage, all ran by liberals that live somewhere else. They are not in tune with what their people that read. Which I haven't. Does Wichita Falls Dave even do print newspaper anymore?
I don't know.
But I used to love to read the newspaper.
I used to be religious. I read the Dallas Times, Herald, the Oklahoma City, the Frederick Press. I mean, when you walked in my house, you'd swear I had at least 24 puppies on there because you couldn't walk on the fucking floor without stepping on a newspaper. And I could not function until I read every one of them before I started. Oh yeah, I had to read them. And my biggest I love to do on a Saturday morning was lay across my deal, put the Wichita paper down there, and read the football stats, everything. You don't get that now because they don't come out till forever.
Yeah, I used to read the newspapers all the time, and there's nothing there no more. And it sucks, but if they did sell the newspaper still and they put all that shit in it, nobody'd buy it because they got it all on their phone. Immediate. There's no news no more. Even Wichita Falls, us growing up, they had an afternoon newspaper. And that afternoon newspaper would have shit that happened in the day, and which was all local stuff, but people wanted to read it. But I miss having a newspaper. I do.
How'd they print it that fast?
Just shit happened during the day, and it don't take them that long. They'd set it type. But there was a car accident,
and then
someone got killed. Yeah, they had an afternoon paper delivered about 4 or 5 o'clock every afternoon. And it would be
all
just
the shit from that morning. And
it would be all local stuff that happened in a town of 100,000 people. But they also were smart. They would do like junior high football and volleyball, and that would be in the afternoon paper. So people would like, oh, little Timmy's going to be in the paper today, and they would buy that. But it was local shit that you take a town of 100,000 people, and there wasn't nothing going. I mean, there was something happened all the time. There'd be a fire somewhere. They had a reporter go right there and write a newspaper. They put it in there, but it was enough to sustain it where people read the afternoon paper every day.
Yeah, I always liked to read the Shopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old classified Shopper paper. Yeah, it's a whole different world. It makes Lake Kickapoo look better and better. That's why I don't watch TV anymore. Yeah.
Do you remember on KUR they used to have the swap? Was it the Swap and Shop or shop?
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Me and Coach Steele were going to Oklahoma one time when we were hunting up there, and I called the one in Wichita. I guess they still have it at Wichita. And we was listening to KUR, I guess, going, and we called it in, and we called up homemade tortillas and hot sauce and tamales. And we gave my buddy Fred Ledesma's number. And so they come on the deal. You know, they tell you all about it and stuff. And so about 30 minutes later, I said, "It's Fred." I knew he was going to know it was us. What are you doing? I said, "Driving to Oklahoma." Huh? You been listening to radio? I go, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Come on, dog." I said, "I know what you're doing." I go, "I don't even know what you're talking about." So anyways, he just knew it was us. But the coach had an app on his phone where he could make you sound like an old lady.
Yeah.
And coach called him up to buy some, and he's like, "Well, will you deliver them for me? Are you single?" And then start talking sex to him. Well, Fred was like, "Who is this?" And no, he didn't know for sure. But god dang, it was fun as shit. But yeah, they used to have those swap shop stuff in there.
Yeah, and you hear Hillbilly John. Yeah, I got a hood of a 1968 Peterbilt out here in the back. Now, it might have a little chicken shit on it, but it's still good. And the rust, I'll take two. Oh, hell, I'll take $1.38 for it. And what was the number? 669-554. Well, tell me the number. 665-9994. Yeah, I fucking love listening to that shit.
Somebody signed Tony up for health insurance. They put Tony's number down on one of the health insurance things. He's gotten more fucking phone calls. He gets about 6 a day for a while.
For Jerry.
For Jerry.
He'll be like, "God dang, Jerry's calling." I wanted so
Jerry
bad.
there?
I always wanted bad so bad from another number. "Hey, this is Jerry. Have I had any calls lately?" Well, he gets pissed. He gets them all. I mean, I've been with him before and have 10, 12 calls in an hour.
Trying to sell health insurance.
The worst one is somebody put in the Arlington Craigslist deal. You know, you got the Arlington Craigslist for sale, whatever, and it has a picture of this white Cadillac with the spinners, and I mean, badass. You know, it's white with the burgundy tire. Deal on it.
Oh, hooped you right fixed
and it tells all the stats on it. It only has some in it, and then the last deal on it says, "I will not, but I'll take $5,000, but I will not sell to black guys except it does not say black guys." And then somebody put my brother's phone number on it. So every black guy in North America called my brother going, "Hey, you motherfucking Lancer, what the fuck are you talking about?" In the Arlington, yeah. He had to get a new number. Yeah. Mrs. They were looking to lynch his ass. Yeah.
You saw that Cadillac yet?
Yeah, you motherfucker, I'll kill you. Will you take 45 for it? Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I thought I was going to see a black person drown. I was in Mexico a couple weeks ago, and fucking water ain't knee deep. And this big old black lady, she got her a pool floaty out there, like a donut. And she was just going to flop on in there, float in the waves. Well, she fucking capsized that son of a bitch, and she couldn't get her feet under her. I thought she was going to drown in knee-deep water.
Was you going to help her?
Oh, no. She panicked, and she was panicking and flailing, and she goes to push up, and Floaty's still stuck on her ass, and just couldn't ever get...
And I bet you laughed out loud, didn't you?
I was having a good time.
Oh, He's trying to film it.
Yeah, finally, her husband went out there after she came up and just discombobulated. Waves were hitting her. I thought I was going to see a black lady down in Mexico on a pool floaty.
You been to the mall in Wichita Falls lately?
The mall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's empty.
That's where I get my hair cut.
I used to go there to that barber shop.
47. No, it'll be 48 now because they pulled Tilt out the other day. That was a nice game room. Nobody even used it. But now that they sold that deal, I think it'd be 48 empty deals in there. But I go in there and get my hair cut.
I thought they were closed.
They are. The mall sold. The city bought it. They're
Well,
closing it down.
I don't think they're closing until 2027.
Oh.
But
nothing in
there probably won't be nothing. Yeah, like I say, there's a few stores there. Hell, me and Kelly just went there.
I go there. I've got their haircut because you can get a shave in there.
Yeah.
And I love going to the old fashioned barber shop. And that's about the only one in Wichita you can
Yeah,
go
they
to.
got that. What is it? B&G?
B&G.
Yeah, that's where
Andy's
I go.
taking the boys there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Old Nessie.
Across from the old Dillard's Men's.
Yep. Yeah, Nessie takes care of me. Yeah, I guess I had to find another one now. Yeah, it was crazy. I went over there to try to get a haircut one day at 1,000 different places. Went to this one, and then there's one on Jacksboro Highway. Go in there, there ain't a soul in there, but there's 3 barbers. And they won't cut my hair. Do you got an appointment? I said, no. Ain't nobody here. Yeah, but do you have an appointment? We can't take you if you don't have an appointment. I was like, you're shitting me. Okay, let me make an appointment. Okay,
now.
we got an appointment at 4:30. I was like, there ain't a motherfucker in here. I said, have you seen this hairdo? It takes 5 minutes for you to make $30. God,
I don't understand that either.
and push me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Because you didn't have an appointment.
because I did not have an appointment. I was goddamn mad I couldn't see straight.
A barber shop's supposed to be able to get you in and out in 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That's, I mean, boom, 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 numbers. And that's what they do. And they don't take long.
No, not anymore. We know it, for me, it does. It's about 3 minutes. Put a number 2 on her because I'll usually cut my own damn hair. Yeah, I only got to do it like once a year.
I cut mine, and about every 6 weeks I'll go with Michelle to Abilene, and I'll go to the barber shop, and they'll use the straight razor, and they'll do it. But I like it just because I like to get the shave part done.
For me, I just got to get my damn eyebrows and my nose hairs and my ear hair. That grows.
Yeah, my eyebrows, I got that Italian, and my ears, suckers go. I don't know what the hell. I'm going to grow my head no more.
Yeah.
38, it happened to me. I was looking in the mirror the other day, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Pulled it, and I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go.
That's a good thing.
Told
Is
Jesse.
Kelly, she's like a chimpanzee, you know.
Gets the grooming you.
Yeah. Yeah, she goes. She does my nails for me. Oh shit! I just looked at that. That son bitch will freak out because my nails got like that. Yeah, she does not like. I can scratch her like that, and that motherfucker is in there getting the fucking file out.
I want to.
She clips them down to the blood.
There's got to be a story about you in this sex shop with these people working in there. The questions you had to have asked would have to been amazing.
Well, I've sworn to secrecy on a bunch of them. Yeah, but Kelly Jean, I can't throw much information. Well, we'll say I think some old gold miner from gold miner come out of the mountains because he I swear he wearing a cowboy hat and boots, and I swear if I'd hit him, the dust would have flew off of him. You know, it's one of them guys come in there, and he looks like hell, but he knew exactly where he was going. And he goes over there to the DVRs. Yeah, I heard they got some new movies in here. Y'all got them new movies in? Yeah, they're right there on the other end. He getting the new movies in for his deal. He probably still got a VCR.
He didn't have a phone, evidently.
No, hell no. Well, hell, that's all legal now.
Oh, yeah, Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
Yeah.
legal?
Illegal. Can't get.
Oh, illegal.
Yeah.
Or not illegal, but
Yeah, you got
porn sites have pulled out of
a
Texas.
verification. You got to have 18 verification. Some bullshit. That's what this girl was telling me. This expert. She goes, yeah, you Texas folks, goddamn, blah, 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 ban Pornhub and all that. Say, what? I said, well, there's way more than Pornhub on there. I know there's a couple that you can still get on. Not that I know, but.
Right.
So
yeah.
what was her big thing she tried to sell you?
Nothing really. I mean, no, nothing.
Have you seen the
I was wanting that fucking they got that one deal called an extender deal. It'll make your dick like fucking that big. I said, oh, Kelly said, you motherfucker, you get that away from me. Yeah, yeah.
It'll extend it?
Yeah, I guess it's like a sheath that goes over your dick.
Oh.
Yeah. And like a cock ring on the bottom end of it. I thought, hell yeah, I always want to know what the black boys felt like. Here I come, honey. No, you ain't touching me with that motherfucker. Damn it.
Can you see the questions he asked that lady in there? I bet it was classic.
I was pretty tame with her because she was pretty off the fucking open. It's
pretty rough.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's hard to embarrass someone that is not going to get embarrassed.
She didn't give a fuck. No, yeah. Oh, you need this. You don't want to get that one. That there, man, it'll do the job. And this is here now. Whoa. Yeah. I said, yeah, I want the. Yeah. I want to do some good. Yeah.
Why are your cows so ornery right now? You can't. You're having trouble loading them in the goddamn chutes.
Fucking, that's a every fucking day goddamn occasion for me. Yeah, just when you do shit by yourself, you just gotta.
Still no good hands.
No, I mean there's a lot of good hands, but for me, a lot of my shit is opportunity. I ain't got time to call Joe Bob to come over, and I do everything. I stay friends with a lot of people because I don't work with a lot of people. Yeah, because I expect you to read my mind and know all that, and it just ain't the way it happens.
What's going to happen when Clay's gone? Because that generation, there's not a lot of young guys coming into this.
There's no protege.
Yeah, there's some pretty good ones. I work some good guys, and that's what I got. One of them boy helps me, old Dustin Shelton, and he's a good fucking hand. He's quiet. He's fucking. Well, he can do anything, but he knows how to read a cow. Mm-hmm. He knows. He's just good common sense.
But the percentages of them got to be slow.
Yeah, they are thin. Yeah, but like I say, we got to own that. We're not making them.
No,
but I ain't got insurance. I can't work them guys. They ain't got insurance. We don't take them young boys and work them like a bunch of them boys out over there around Archery. Those guys played football for me, and I was out there. Had them fucking flanking calves, right off the bat. But we lose 78 ranches a day. And everybody wondering why fucking beef's so high. We lose 78 ranches a day. It's like 148,000. In the last 7 years we lost. So, and those don't ever come back.
What are they going to? People just chopping them up?
Subdivisions, wind farms, data centers, all them shit. We're losing them places. And we're making more people every day, but we ain't making more cattle every day.
Actually, where people deals were going down.
Back out in the states to the west, they just come off of a 7-year drought. Not like a little drought, like that Blue Reservoir in Colorado. It's a huge fucking lake. Huge. And up until a couple years ago, it was like 120 foot low. I mean, it's huge. But all them lakes, because I travel all that west coyote hunting there, and I see them yearly, and I just nothing. So all them ranches out there have been killing cattle because they ain't got no place to take them. They ain't got no water. They ain't got no grass. So they've been killing. We're not talking like 1 or 2 ranches. 7 states worth of cattle have been killing cows. Well, then finally, the last 2 years, they've had that big snows out west. With the big snows, they got wet. So now they got water. They got grass. They ain't got cattle. You don't just shit out 11 million cows overnight.
And you can't get in the cow game now because it's too expensive.
Well, you can get in it. But you can't find them because, like out there, a buddy of mine's running a 1.5 million acre ranch, and he can't get it a quarter of stock because there ain't none out there. Everybody's retaining their heifers, keeping their heifers.
How long is it going to take to get back? 3 years to get the herd back?
Oh, I don't think it'll ever get back to where it was. And everybody, that's like the other day, the cow market took a dive when Trump said something about
Argentina.
We've been buying fucking Argentina beef for goddamn since 1998.
Yeah.
Paul Engler with Cactus Feeders opened. My dad went out there with him when he done it, and they bought 1 million acres for $1 million. Opened the first feed yard in Argentina out there. We've been buying fucking. We buy off Australia. We get tons of Australian beef. All these fucking. They act like that's fucking something new, which it's kind of the sky's falling effect. You know, the market dropped or just for the sign, but hell, it's already back up. But the cash price you never seen anything. But all we've done with the cattle market is finally caught up with inflation, because the last 30 years everything's went up except for the price of cattle.
Yeah.
And then finally we're getting a lick. So I don't. It can happen, which is why, usually I wean my calves in August, and then I retain them. When the wheat gets up, I'll put them on wheat and I'll ship them in May. Well, this year, when you can sell a calf off the cow for $2,500, you better do it. Yeah, but could you imagine if you sold it when it weighed 800 in May? And there's a lot of variables that can happen between now and May. And I know how volatile, they might run some more planes into a trade center.
5 years ago, it's 800-pound cow selling for about $2,500.
Oh, yeah. Fuck no. Yeah, you can sell a 3-day-old baby calf for $1,200. 3 days old. That's how much liable to die. They're just looking for someplace to die. I can remember wasn't too long ago, 10, 15 years ago, over there at them dairies at Winthorst, them guys had pens and calves out by the highway free for them hosting calves, free to take it. And you come by there one day and there was 5. Come back 30 minutes, somebody else has put 3 more in there. Yeah, because they can't feed them. You can't, yeah.
They just put them in there?
Yeah. And fucking hosting calves just looking for a place to die, too. Yeah. Scoured out, motherfucker. Well, nowadays, and that's why they're stealing cattle. The other day, somebody tried to steal my cattle over at Owl Park. Got a little place out of the way over there, and I got a set of pens right on the curb. My buddy lives across the street. He called me and said, "Hey, Clay, you penning these cows up over here on Old Elect Road?" I said, "No." He goes, "Well, they've been in the pen since yesterday, and it was hot." And I said, "What?" So I hauled ass over there. And them gates, I know they didn't just knock them open, because you got to pick them up and put them in. And one, well, I get over, so sure enough, somebody had penned 4 cows, a baby calf, and 2 yearlings in that son of a bitch. And I think they got spooked because I wasn't missing any cattle. But yeah, they were going to try to steal them motherfuckers. Yeah, and there ain't no telling how many baby calves are getting stolen every day. Because baby calves are the easiest son of a bitch to steal in America.
You just figure they died?
Yeah, you don't know how many you got, and but say Jeff's got 30 calves sitting out here next to the highway. I go there at night, shine my spotlight in his eyes, walk right up to him, stick a rope at some bitch, drag him to the fucking car. And big deal they do is they get them truck toppers, to where they can't get out, and then you just throw them in there, and shut the tailgate, and haul ass.
It's that easy.
My son, this summer, he checking water meters. He's outside of town. He looks out there and he sees these 2 guys chasing a baby calf in Doug Lindeman's place. And so he goes, "What the fuck are they doing?" And there's a little white car parked on the road. Finally, they catch the calf. They drag him under the fence, and they're trying to put him in the trunk. And somebody's kicking out, and finally Dawson run over there and run him off. And calf run off, and Dawson finally got kicked through the fence. But yeah, and that happens so often, nobody even knows it. And then you got these guys, these absentee owners, which is the worst in the world. Guy buys a hunting lease out here, puts him some cows out there that sees his cows once a month. They're just asking for, and everybody can sook these cows, You take a feed sack, most cows nowadays, put it in there, back up and shoot. Out here where, you don't see a whole lot of people. Oh, fuck, yeah. It's cow thief America.
Well, in fact, they stole all that jewelry from the Louvre the other day. Did you see that? In Paris, yeah. They used it in broad daylight. Did you see that? They ran a damn scaffolding up to a window, opened a window with there. They stole jewels from Napoleon, all kinds of stuff. They said they don't even know how many millions and millions of dollars worth of jewelry. Now, you're a famous art museum and you got all these world priceless collections. Would you at least not have a damn Vivid or Ring doorbell on the son of a bitch where you could see it? And they just get by with that shit. It's just so sometimes the most brazen acts out in the middle of nothing, middle of open, because nobody, whoever's doing it's probably think, oh, they were probably working on that.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks I'm going to steal jewels.
Yeah, it happens bunch.
I'd be scared to death to steal a cow because I think if a guy'd catch me that owned it's going to shoot my ass.
Yeah, but then the owner goes to jail.
Well, so Clay Reid, you come out tomorrow and you drive up and you see somebody stealing your cows and putting them in a car. You're just going to write down their tag number and follow them till the cops get there? No, you're going to beat the hell out of them.
Yeah.
That's right. Because I know you are.
I'm going to try to.
Yeah.
That ain't nearly as easy as it once was.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what you're going to do. That's just human nature.
But those cows that were pinned to yours, that's going to take some time to get you got to get a trailer out there. I mean, you're looking, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes of doing all that shit, aren't you?
Hell no. It take
Longer than
like I
that?
say, what you do is say I pin them, right?
Yeah.
I pin them, and it's depending if I did it in dark or night. But you come back in the night, you take fucking boat cutters, so you because most of your gates will be locked. But like I say, out here, you got these county roads to go to these fucking places. It literally take you 15 minutes to load a fucking bunch of cattle up out of a pen.
Really?
Your chances out here, like especially late at night, unless you get some nosy fucker like us that live out here, it's like, what the hell's going on? But most people don't. There's no traffic.
Yeah.
This road right here by the lodge, there's like 4 cars all night coming down the road here anymore.
Yeah.
So you could get by with it.
But, and then on other deals, like this happened years ago where some buddies of mine, this guy hired them to come out and pin his calves, work his calves, go gather his calves, take the sale. And said, yeah, they go. So they go out there. Well, the red flag should have been is when the guy cut the lock off the deal.
Oh, God, they got to get gathered somebody else's cattle.
He hired cowboys to help him steal the fucking cow. And then he backed up. And they were accessories, and they didn't even know they were accessories. And it was in the middle of the fucking day.
Whatever happened to the old boy around Archer City that got caught with all that? Didn't y'all have a guy that get caught for cattle rustling, like millions of dollars worth of stuff? The brand inspectors caught him, or maybe it was Chillicothe. Somewhere over there, just in the last couple of years, there was a guy, because I saw it on Facebook, had gotten caught stealing a bunch of cattle, and they had, big time.
Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about like Jeff said, the brands and shit when you go to sell these cows?
Go to Oklahoma, they don't have a brand inspector.
Oh.
But you take them far enough, or you get them when you take them far enough, or you sell them to a person, or you sell them on Facebook trading posts. That's where you're not going to take them to the sale barn usually if you're selling them, unless they're unworked and they have no proof. You don't work your cattle, you're just fucking shit out of luck.
Really?
Yeah, you have no proof.
Danny Mack used to catch mavericks up here all the time on the river, and he'd all the time to do them.
Oh, yeah.
Once or twice a month.
Yeah,
He'd find out a maverick, and they'd go get it.
They got them, like on that river right there, these guys got them, those hog traps, them automatic hog traps. Mm-hmm. Well, I've heard guys, they'll put them up and put the hay in them hog traps, and there's a gate on there. You put a spring on it, which you trip latch, which usually does this deal. Catch them deal, back up, load them fucking cattle.
But the maverick ones up there they don't belong to nobody really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they do.
They do,
but you had a mama cow that's been out there forever, and you don't know that she's missing.
Yeah,
and
she ain't got no brand on it. You ain't got no proof she is yours. It's hearsay.
And she had a calf, and it's never been so.
I'd heard a lot of the ranches that in Texas, they popped up around the Civil War days. Well, the people that had these big ranches, they would go to the other places where the guys are all fighting the war, nobody to look after their cattle, and they just round them up, sell them as their own, and then that's how a lot of these big Texas ranches got built up.
Oh, yeah. That happened a bunch.
Yeah.
And a bunch of these ranches are getting built up with stolen cattle today.
Today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you get out West Texas, where there ain't no people and all that shit. Yeah, there's one deal down there where a public official was stealing cattle. Yeah. And then he got off of it because they had no proof of it.
Because they were unworked cattle?
They were all unworked cattle.
And you're just fucked on that deal.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just fucked on it. Yeah, I could be a cow cop pretty easy. I fucking hate it. Goddamn. They broke into my bunkhouse the other day. Yeah, I got my bunkhouse, which there ain't nothing really in there to steal, but and I think it had to been some high school kids.
Stole your corn? Stole your porn?
Yeah, stole that. Well, ain't nothing in there. Well, they did steal my 52-inch TV, which is a old TV, and they stole the air compressor, but left the fucking hoses to it.
Right where you live at?
No, the bunkhouse up the road 7 miles. Stole my deer head. Stole a 10-point buck. Stole my 9-point buck that it's a skull mount, but down below it says killed with a slingshot, 15 yards, November 8, 2004, by Reid. Now, who steals that? Where are you going to trade that son of a bitch off? There's a perfectly good saddle in the back corner. Didn't take it. Didn't take the 2 window units. Took 2 books of my cowboy books, but then left the 3 really good cowboy books there. Took a $5 rodeo poster, but then left all the Russell pictures, the paintings.
So they didn't know what they were looking at.
Yeah.
So that sounds like someone trying to turn a quick buck, but that saddle would have been.
They wasn't trying to get a buck. Took my steaks out of my fucking freezer.
They stole your steaks?
My steaks, yeah, I had chest, which I didn't have a whole lot in there, but I had some. Yeah, stole my steak. Took the fucking linen off my goddamn bunk beds and my sleeping bags. Yeah.
So you think they're high school kids?
I think so, or they're just retarded. Yeah,
Surely
because there's a
someone-
microwave, an air fryer, and a bunch of shit. A crackhead's going to take every fucking thing.
So the people around you, have you talked about it a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Do they know?
No, yeah, nobody knows.
That's
Come there in
crazy.
the middle of the night.
It's somebody that don't know nothing about it.
When I leave, it ain't like they had to break in. I leave it open 24/7. Hell, one day I come up there and there's a black guy laying on the couch. And I went up there to get some medicine. Hey, boy. He looks up. I said, getting in now? Yeah, I got hot. I said, all right, well, shut the door when you leave. And I left. It was just some hitchhiker walking down the road. He got up. He was gone. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's kind of where, and any cowboy I know that if they ever need a place to stay, they can pull in there and stay. It's unlocked, ain't a whole lot in
You
there.
don't want to have to lock people out, but you want people to respect your shit.
Lock just keeps the honest guy out.
That's
They
right.
want to kick that
Yeah.
motherfucker in. They're going to kick that lock in.
Have
or
y'all
bust the
trouble
window.
have y'all trouble at Lake Kickapoo with people breaking into shit?
No. We did have that guy that,
The casino guy.
yeah, the casino guy, but no, you don't really have it.
So back to the hitchhiker. You weren't worried about him stealing your shit or anything?
What's he going to steal? Fucking deer head? Or
Well,
my
something
steak?
else
Yeah.
Same shit they already stole.
Yeah, everybody, have you caught him? I ain't even give it a second thought. I said, now if they went down to my other house and got all my guns and shit, now somebody's gonna die.
But what about your deer skull that you shot with slingshot? That kind of piss you off.
Nah.
You really
I
shot
mean,
him?
it don't make me happy, but I ain't losing no sleep over
You shot it with a slingshot.
shit.
I've never heard this story.
You never heard that? I got a hog trap on a pine right away. I pulled down there off the highway and looked down there, and I see this big 9-point buck there. So I don't have a gun with me, but Dawson had his slingshot in it, like one of them really good slingshot with the ball bearings in it. So I grabbed that fucking slingshot and the ball bearings, and I sneak down into heavy brush to the south of it. Get up there about 100 yards from him, and I figured I'm about as far as I'm going to get without getting noticed. So it's right in the middle. It's November 8th, right in the middle of the rut. So I break me some sticks off, and I hit them sticks, and I go to hitting them sticks, boy. Immediate. Hear that motherfucker come. Well, he gets fucking 15 yards from me, and I went, what? Hit that son of a bitch right through the fucking skull, deader than hammer. And so anyway, that's what I got put. But I was in front of Cadane Corner, that store there, telling that story. This guy come up and he seen the buck. I just killed him. He goes, God damn, that's a nice buck. He said, where'd you get him? I said, dude, you wouldn't even believe me if I fucking told you. And so I told him this story. And God damn, that's wild. And I didn't tell him no different. I went in there. It was a lie. I was lying, and I made it up as I go. And so I shot him with 243. But anyway, so I didn't think nothing of it. Went in there and ate breakfast. 2 weeks later, I come in here. It had spread like wildfire.
Clay killed him with a
Clay
slingshot.
killing
That's
shit
what I
with a
was like.
fucking-
I've never heard this
Clay
story.
killing shit with a fucking slingshot up there. So I carved it in there with my wood burner, and everybody come, no shit, hell yeah. You got to do what you got to do with what you got.
Oh, fuck. I thought you were really cool.
Yeah, I was like, son of a bitch.
Damn, that's pretty fucking impressive.
I was.
That's how easy it is. Yeah.
Like, I didn't know a slingshot could do that. I have to think twice before I give my kids some
It's better than
slingshot.
that fucking black powder, motherfucker. I'm going to try to get blooded with those. I got that black powder gun, and my buddy got a 50 cal Honker rifle. By God, I was wanting, hell yeah, I'm going to kill me. So my buddy that give it to me, he does all my farming for me. He's a black powder expert. He gives it to me, and he gives me a dissertation on how to use it and all this. We shoot a target dead on it. Hell yeah.
Is it kick?
No. Hell, that motherfuckers ain't goddamn long. Yeah. And so anyway, I get it. And then one day it's windy as fuck, and I decided I'm going to go try to rattle up a deer. I head west of the house. I get up in there, and all of a sudden I walk in on 5 coyotes, and they're all just staring at me. I was like Daniel Boone fucking packing my shit, and them coyotes like, what is this dumb motherfucker doing here? Well, of course, by the time I finally get it loaded, they all go off. Damn it. So I made a call, didn't call them back. Kept on walking back there to make a rattle. I was going to rattle me a deer up. I walk, because it's so windy, I walk right up on a bunch of hogs. And I get goddamn 15 yards from a big old 200-pound sow. I said, well, we're fixing to get old John, Big John, bloody. And I loaded it. Shoot that son of a bitch, and that bullet went blip, blip. And then I was like, what the fuck was that shit? And he jumped out there and stopped about 50 yards. Oh, I was goddamn man. I looked like a little 3-0. Shit, man, goddamn motherfucker. So I grabbed my fucking piece of shit gun, and I head back to the fucking house, and I called my buddy, James, this motherfucker, I told him what happened. He goes, well, how much powder did you have in it? I said, fucking 40 grains, like you do. That's for shooting a target, dude. He said, you need like 100 grains of powder to kill.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, goddamn, that's information I could have used. Could you imagine it'd been a 200 class buck?
Yeah.
I'd have killed you. So then, a couple days or a week later, I go to rattle me up there, and I rattle up this big old 8-point, and I'm going to shoot his ass. My primer goes off, but my gun don't go off. My powder got wet in there when I cleaned it, and I didn't know anything about it. And so that's when they say, keep your powder dry, Pilgrim.
Oh,
I was like Jeremiah Johnson. I was fishing for fish, or trying to catch fish by my hand, and I'd have starved if I'd have been in the mountain man. So I've been pretty pouty, and now I'm just, like I say, deer season, I'm going to go try to get it bloody.
So you've never shot nothing with it then? I have one in the gun safe in there that I've had for forever. I've never even shot it. Guy gave it to me as a gift, and I don't even know if I have powder or anything for it anymore, but I've never shot it ever.
Well, I've always been a real fascination with the mountain man. I always thought I was born 100 years too late, And so what I'm fixing to do is Honker come out there and pulled a bunch of telephone poles up at the ranch, and I was giddy. I said, because I was going to cut them down. They're old, And they said, where do you want to stack them? So they stacked them up in this deal. Well, I got this one pasture that's way backside of Kickapoo. There ain't no roads. There ain't no cars. You don't hear nothing. And it's real kind of old Western kind of big bluffs and all that. But down in this one bottom, there's a big cut bank all the way around it. I'm going to build me a mountain man cabin in there. I was going to build it on the ground, but I come up with a little better idea, I think. Because snakes are so damn terrible. I don't want to sleep with the snakes. There'll be snakes all over it all the time. So I'm going to build it, because some of them poles at the base are big, wide. So I'm going to build it 12 foot, and then I'm going to build that cabin up top, elevated, and then underneath it, it'll be a lean-to for my horses, because I'm going to build a pen. That way I can trot the 8 miles over to this cabin and then leave my horse, and I don't want nothing mechanical over there. And then I could go hunt, just like the old, making my mountain man cabin, stay a week at a time. And
I think being a mountain man in the mountains is a lot easier than being in West Texas. Being a mountain man.
Oh yeah,
With running water and
oh yeah, absolutely.
like when I was doing Montana and stuff, I thought winters would suck here, but
Yeah.
spring and summer to be a mountain man, this would be the place to be.
Yeah.
Because you could at least have water and hot thermals and everything else. Have you followed the guy
Fish.
and fish? Have you followed the guy on YouTube that lived in Alaska for like 20 years by himself?
Built that cabin.
Yeah, what I can't think of
I
his name.
think
right
his
now.
fucking old man. It was badass.
That's a great
He's
story.
got a TikTok. They've got a TikTok
Yes.
dedicated to him. I love it. He built all kinds of little shit.
Yes, it'd make a wooden spoon. I mean, he did everything.
Everything. It was so, and he was like he had the birds would come and land on his hand. He was like a Tarzan of the woods. Had the deer, the pet deer come up there, and he was like a German or a Polak or some shit like that. But
He just went to Alaska.
yeah, he went up there and he lived there for like, I think it was longer than 20 years.
Yeah, he lived here. Is Dick Proenke?
Yeah.
Dick Proenke, Proenneke. But he had lived in like I think Washington State, and he had retired at a car dealership or something like in his mid 40s or had enough to retire. And he went and lived in he built him a cabin and lived there. And he died at some 80 something years old at an old folks home, but he lived there for 30, 40 years by himself.
Oh, I could do it in a heartbeat, man. I would fucking love it.
I think you're too social.
I'm fixing to go. Yeah, that's what everybody says about me. They say, man,
You miss your morning coffee with
you're
everybody.
too social. And I said, y'all don't even understand. I'm the most introverted extrovert there ever was. Yeah, because I mean, my piece is. That's why I like to go way out west and just sit out there. Man, there's something about sitting next that North Platte River, that running water. Just I can sit there all freaking day.
But by yourself
Yeah.
in Alaska, no Kelly Jean, just Clay.
Yeah, I'd have to take Kelly Jean. 'Cause I like pussy. But if she would do it, and she would, because she's married to me, and she's one of them gals. Wherever I do whatever, we'll do it. I'll load her up, but I wouldn't do it to her because she's a good grandma, and that she's way better grandma than I am granddad. I had to apologize to my dad the other day. Matter of fact, my kids were all pretty good athletes growing up, and and we had ball games. That's ball games. My dad wouldn't come to none of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I cussed him. I was like, I can't believe it. Motherfucker live 15 minutes away. Won't come over and watch this goddamn ball game. Goddamn, Dawson doing this, and Lindy's doing this. Motherfucker. Well, now that I got 9 grandkids, the other day when me and my dad went out, I said, I owe you an apology. He goes, why? I said, I get it. I said, you're not coming to all them goddamn ball games and all that. I said, I don't want to do none of that. I have chased all the fucking kids I want to chase for him. I love my grandkids, don't get me wrong and all that. But if you go to this motherfuckers, you got to go to this motherfucker. And then if you don't go to this motherfucker, that motherfucker's mad at you. And they're all a bunch of little motherfuckers. Yeah, so fuck them motherfuckers. I don't go to none of them. Yeah, Papa can just be a dick. And then when they come, but I guess absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
Because I'm the motherfucker they love. Because they don't see Papa and all them fuckers. When they do see me, hey, it's Papa. They'll go right by fucking Kelly Jean and say, oh, Papa.
Because they see Kelly Jean all the time.
Yeah,
Does Kelly Jean go to all the games?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah,
All of them?
she's starting to get a little Clay Reid in her, though. Yeah. Yeah, because it gets overwhelming when you got.
How old's your oldest grandkid?
10.
Yeah, that's a fun age.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, I like to say Gentry. Yeah,
Under about 6.
yeah, that's
It's
my
terrible.
deal. Once they get to where they can walk and chew gum, and it's actually they know what they're doing, but there ain't nothing worse than going out there to a goddamn ball game and sitting 2 hours out there in a hot ass sun. You. Yeah, they don't want to be there. Yeah.
You're right on that. It's not fun at all. As my grandkids like Reese and Dylan are both 10 now and 11, so their stuff's organized. And they know what they're going. They know what they're doing. I enjoy it a lot more. T-ball kids, isn't Landon and Jameson do T-ball still, and it's just not. It's like watching herding cats.
And it's also if one of them really takes pride in what they're doing and is a hustler and fucking he got that drive, but most of them are all
They're kids.
But like my sister's boy, Reid. Oh man, that's some bitch. He's a stud. Now I'll travel 5 hours to watch him, and I need to do it because he's so more mature. You know, he sees shit that,
Yeah.
and I think he's 15 years old, and he's only 9. And the motherfucker is like a giant, and he's going, yeah, he's a stud. And I mean, what was funny is my sister, this is her only kid, right? She called me. I got a problem. I got a parent problem. I got a problem. And I might be the problem. I said, what's your problem? And she goes, well, you know, Reid, he's a baseball pitcher. And boy, he's a hell of a ball pitcher. Plays on a select team. Right? Well, we were in the tournament, blah, 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 blah. And they pulled him and made him play catcher. And I said,
Okay.
what's your problem?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, he's a pitcher. And I said, let me talk to that motherfucker. And I said, because Reid's crying, and, you know, he's put all this drive in to be a pitcher. I said, Reid, let me tell you something, son. Do you know what Lindy was? She was a catcher. You know what Haley was? She was a catcher. Dawson was a catcher. And 3 of the finest fucking catchers. They started every game that they ever played in high school from the time they got there. I said, they're badasses. We're known to be catchers. And you know what the catcher is? He was what? The captain of the motherfucking field. Mm-hmm. He's the guy that's giving the orders and telling you here, we got to play it 2, we got to force over here. He is the guy that touches the ball damn near every fucking play. Mm-hmm. The catcher is where it at. Now the pitcher, when you get older, you get to play once, and then you'll fucking, especially where he's going to school, you know, you're going to pitch once about every 4 days.
Yeah.
And I said, but the catcher, he's playing every down of every fucking inning. And I said, so, and when you're playing tournament ball, you got to play every position. You got to play first. You want to be around the hill. Oh, I got it. And I had to give the same spiel to my sister. Yeah, I said, Lacey, let that motherfucker play, guy. I said, but don't turn into that goddamn parent, goddamn it. I said, just let him play ball, because before you know it, he's going to be done playing ball, and you're going to go, goddamn, I wished I wouldn't have spent all that time cussing. And I get it, because I learned the hard way. And I said, but anyway, now we fucking love that catching shit. But basketball, he's a basketball player, fucking soccer. I said, don't let that motherfucker play soccer. Kelly went down there, all the way down there, watching him play soccer. I said, I'm like Scott Belcher. Scott Belcher told me over at Winthorpe how he kept his kids from ever wanting to play soccer is that when they were little, he would whoop their ass with a deflated soccer ball. Yeah. I said, that's a communist sport. We don't play fucking soccer in fucking Texas.
You know, Winthorpe and Archer City play that damn football game, and if they get old Fletcher Cox to play for them over there, he might as well have a hand up on you.
Fletcher, who's the
guy that played for the Philadelphia Eagles, he got a place over
lives
there.
In
He
lives in Windthorst now.
Yeah,
He'll be the big black guy from Windthorst, the only black guy in the history of playing Windthorst ever.
Yeah.
Have they ever had a black football player? Have they ever had a black kid in school?
In Windthorst?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have
yeah.
they? Okay.
Yeah, they had a badass named Curtis Hulse. Yeah, Curtis, he was an Archer City kid.
When was
Archer,
this?
Oh, just a few years ago.
Before that, though, they had never had a black kid, had they?
Oh, very few.
Yeah.
Very, very few. Yeah. But Curtis was bad. That's what's bad as they had last year, the year before last, they had a deal about the greatest football players, you know, from Windthorst and all that. And they had 5 of their top 10 were Archer City kids that moved over there.
Really?
Yeah.
And for everybody
we call that Archer City East.
Archer City East. And for everybody that's listening to this that has no idea, Windthorst is not a racist town. It's just a white Catholic German old
town.
German town that's been. It's just all dairies. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I guess now there's more than just
And
dairies
Fletcher
there.
Cox sticks out like a sore thumb down there at the cafe.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
But you might have to go one-on-one with him.
Clay ain't scared.
You think I'm fucking scared?
No, but I would bet my money on Fletcher Cox if that safety from
You're gonna lose
Philadelphia
money
Eagles.
every time, Sunday. Every time you bet against Clay Reid, I'll blow up. I'll be goddamn training for 6 months over there.
Are you still on the testosterone?
Huh?
You still on the testosterone?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Not getting off that train.
Huh?
Not getting off that train.
Oh shit, no, it helped. It helped. Man, you know, you get old, you get them man boobs. You get out there, you get fucked. Them motherfuckers hard now, motherfucker.
You on the hard PP medicine still?
Huh?
You on the hard PP medicine?
The heart.
The Viagra stuff.
No.
You not doing none of that no more?
No, I wasn't on.
I thought you were. I thought you went to the doctor.
No, they sent us some of that.
Oh yeah, but you took it.
Yeah. No, I did. I was taking muscle relaxant.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
muscle
yeah.
relaxant. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no shit, no. No, when you take that testosterone, you got a fucking hard on that'll cut fucking diamonds. Now. That motherfucker. Yeah. No.
Jeff's going to get his blood tested.
Yeah, I am gonna get on.
Oh
some
yeah, they'll
stuff.
put you on all that shit too.
I'm on a peptide for my shoulder. It's supposed to heal ligaments and shit like that. So
Peptide? Maybe that's what I need for my shoulder.
BPC 157 and TB 500. You get it. So peptides.
Clay, I have no clue. It's just speaking Japanese to me here.
So all it
Yeah,
is,
it just went over my fucking-
it's an amino acid is all that it is. But they've got different amino acids that do different things in your body. And this certain combination is supposed to help ligaments and muscles. It's supposed to help with recovery. Well, I got a fucked up shoulder. So I started taking this, and I'm only like a week and a half in, so I hadn't really noticed anything. But a lot of people that I do jujitsu with have taken it and have got a lot of good things to say about it. So
Yeah, that's why
I'm gonna try it.
I was going to start trying that jujitsu, but I'm afraid I'll fuck my shoulder up again.
No, you'll just fuck somebody else up like Jeff.
It's easy to do. Not fuck Jeff up, but
No,
fuck
it's
up
yeah,
an,
yeah.
It's
it's
real
extremity.
easy. No, it's real easy to screw Jeff up. There ain't no doubt about that shit.
An extremity is easy.
How's
to,
the ear today?
It's
And he's been dealing with the old cauliflower ear, and his wife has to drain it. Oof.
Oh, no shit?
just lay my head in her lap and she sticks it and pulls that blood out of there.
That's got
Yeah, that's another reason I don't want no part of the UFC, that fucking cauliflower ear.
It's not. It doesn't hurt too terribly bad, but whenever
I'd be wearing me one of those deals that covered my
I thought about getting one.
Yeah.
They already make fun of me anyways. They damn sure would then.
why
If I walked in with some ear guards, oh yeah, everybody be making fun of me. They'd laugh anyways.
You'll be all right.
Let's get off here. Let's go eat some steak. We got some steak in there.
There you go. 2 hours and 20 minutes is the winner. Price is right. Closest to it that is under that mark
Yep. So if
is the
you
winner.
Hey, before we get off,
Never mind.
I was going to tell you about a tattoo that I want to get my old lady.
What's that?
I better not.
no, go ahead.
I might not.
No, you should,
you
Clay.
just-
These are the
you
ones
just
that are,
started
you
it.
can't do this to
Yeah,
your
I
Can't do
fans.
this to these poor people.
Yeah.
They got their 2 hours and 20 minutes invested.
I was going to try to get a Bible verse tramp stamp. That way, every time she bent over, she'd spread the word of God.
All right, 221 is the winner. Whoever's got 221 is the winner. Thank you for listening to us. God bless you. Have a great Clay. Thanks for being on here. Remember, check out. You send me a message on Instagram or Facebook to get the inner in. There's 30 tickets left to see Clay, to hunt with Clay. Thanks. Peace. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And damn y'all.